Fam, you wouldn't show up to your game unprepared, so why you still wilding out down there? That's why I had to collab with Manscaped. It's all about precision, confidence, and staying ready for whatever's coming your way, if you get what I mean. When you feel clean, you move different. And on the Courtnee Edgar show, we keep it real, we keep it sharp, focused, and ready for anything. Now, I ain't gonna steer you wrong, so you gotta make sure you hit the link below. The link is gonna be in the description as well as pinned in the chat. And look, get your Manscaped kit right now and stop showing up to life unprepared. Now let's get into it. Welcome to the Courtnee Edgar Show. What up? What's good? What's popping? How y'all feeling today? Welcome to another show, one of the dopest shows on YouTube, where we talk about everything under the sun. As long as we get back to the money, real conversations and real solutions. I'm your host, Courtnee Edgar. Listen. Y'all like how I was vibing out, man? Y'all like how I was vibing out? You know what? I might start vibing out a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Before the show actually starts, we be vibing. I be vibing low key, bro. I be having mini concerts in the car and shit. I be big vibing for real, dog. I be big fucking vibing. But how y'all feeling today? How y'all feeling? I'm feeling phenomenal. I'm feeling great. But look, we got a lot of topics to cover today. If you were in the Banter and Barter show yesterday, make sure you go and subscribe to that channel. But if you were there yesterday, I'm also going to talk about maybe one of the topics that we talked about yesterday, because I wanted to deep dive a little bit more into the conversation. You know, I tend not to talk I'll talk, but I try not to talk as much, just because we got a panel full of people and I want them to get their shit off, right? But yeah, so yeah, we got a lot of things to cover. And one of those things that we are going to talk about, again, I'm not going to necessarily talk about the brick lady, but I'm going to talk about the guy that's trying to defend her, his name is Consciously. So we definitely go get into that. And also we're going to revisit another conversation with old shorty, you know, who's with, she's in this relationship and, you know, she talk about everything that he does for her, but she don't do nothing for him type shit. We're going to talk about that too later, but we also got other topics. All right. But before I do, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. Also, if you want to tap into the Patreon, well, matter of fact, let me not say if. You should tap into the Patreon, because that's where we don't have the conversations in the Patreon. We have the conversations here on YouTube, but we move different on the Patreon, meaning you get to learn all the stuff that I'm learning when it comes to making investments, when it comes to growing your platform on YouTube, and there's going to be a lot of different other things that I'm going to be bringing on as well. So you definitely want to tap in. It's going to be a lot of great information, a lot of great value in the Patreon. So you definitely want to tap in. The link is in the description. And while I'm thinking about it, let me go ahead and put it in the chat as well, so y'all can have it there. All right. Then once I do that, we can get started with the show, dog. We can get started with the show. Snow said you love the opening. You love the opening? Yeah. I'm rocking with it too. I said, you know what, man? We're going to rock out. So I want to go ahead and start off with Consciously. I want to start off with this conversation first, because I think this is a bigger issue. It's a bigger issue at hand, you know, and I think the issue that we don't talk about enough. And I'm one of those people that I'm not afraid to talk about it, because there's a lot of people in the Black community. They don't. It's crazy. They want to be praised. A lot of them, not all. Please understand when I say now, not all. But there is a select group of people who feel as if they can. Every Black person should be able to and should not hold any Black person accountable for anything they do, whether it's degenerate behavior or anything. We shouldn't say nothing. We should just be quiet and let live. But if you really want better for the community, how can you want better for the community if you're not able to hold them accountable? All right. So, but I'm gonna stop talking. Let's go ahead and get into it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
already happened last year and it's pinned in my TikTok. But I know bad faith actors when I see one. You don't care about an apology. You want to, I got you. We pop champagne bottles, these hoes be lying. And because I'm not giving y'all access to my page to be able to troll, y'all throwing temper tantrums. Y'all throwing hissy fits. It's a bunch of grown men celebrating a black woman being sentenced 90 days in jail, 10 years probation, 10 years off the internet, and paying $42,000 back. We ain't even gonna get into the constitutionality of harsh and unusual punishment because she got everything she deserves. That's how a lot of y'all feel. I live in Texas, born and raised in the state. I know people that I got people in my family that got 10 years probation. They was on the run for 7 years and they got charged with vehicular assault. They got 10 years probation. No jail time. You feel me? So y'all hatred for this woman right here and being like, look at her, I told you. Look at him, I told you. Y'all ignoring the harsh and unusual punishment or the extrajudicial of the system, of the sentences, and because hey, you believe that's what it is. But anti-intellectualism make it where you're going to fight the way in which you're perpetuating the power of the system to over-sentence. This is what it is, man. You can acknowledge, motherfucker.
You can tell when niggas try too hard to try to use big words when they trying to talk. Man, just talk. Cool. You don't gotta let, bruh, I get it. You're an educated black man. Great. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Good for you. I'm an educated black man too. So, fam, you don't gotta do all of that just to get your point across. Fam, you gotta do all that. I promise you don't. Your name ain't T.I. Your name is not T.I., bro. Your name is not Stephen A. Smith. You don't gotta do all of that, man, to get your point across of what you're trying to say. We're up here trying to perpetuate the system in the judiciary. Like, man, listen, fam. Listen. And understand something. I'm not hating. Please be clear. I don't hate on nobody. I ain't got no reason to hate on you. You ain't got shit that I want, right? I got my own shit going on, but guess what? If I see some bullshit, and I could be wrong, but what it seems like to me is like you trying to force it. It's like you're trying to force the big words out so you can let everybody know that you ain't just a dreadhead that don't know shit. But that's beside the point. I want to get into what he's talking about. So he's talking about the brick lady. Y'all know her name, Rhoda Osmond, right? And he's saying that we're so focused on that people aren't focused on the apology. They're focused on the get back, the aha moment. And yes, everybody is. Because see, what you're not addressing is the fact that this woman was about to have another man in jail for no reason, for an underlying condition that she had. That's if nobody was on top of that shit like that, this man would have been in jail with the record. All on the face of a lie. Then she comes back and now she flying because she opened up her GoFundMe and y'all goofy asses decided to go in there because you see a bitch on there snotting, crying with the Viola Davis cry. And then you feel sorry for her. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, that's why you can't be around black men, because black men don't protect us. Black men don't protect us. But yeah, you got a black woman who ain't protecting a black man. She's trying to put him in jail off some bullshit. Because she don't know how to control herself. She don't know how to control her emotions. Because apparently, according to the records, they got into an altercation. And based off of the type of person that she seems to be, she seems like that type of combative person. And mind you, I seen her on the Anton Daniels channel too when she was on the panel on the Hey Q show. Shout out to Q and Anton. She was on that show too, and you can tell she was being a bad character. She was acting as if she was this feminine woman. And guess what? You went against the grain on her a little bit. All of that shit went out the window. All that masculinity and combative shit it came out like a bat out of hell. And so you're gonna sit here on this live stream as if you out here really cooking. Because the conversation that you're having two different conversations in one video. But you're trying to combine the two, and they're two different things. Nowhere in this video did you hold this woman accountable for nothing. Now, see what you should have did. And again, I'm never going to be the one that's going to ban anybody, tell somebody, hey, bro, hey, man, get off the mic. I'm not that kind of person because, look, if you got a mic and you can pay for it and you do it and you put in the work to make your content, do what you do. But I do think it's some BS simply because you want to cut off your comments. No, If you decide to get up here on the public platform and talk your talk, nah, make it public so people can react to you, so that way they can come at and they can disagree with you, because the shit that you saying is a bunch of bullshit, and people gonna hold you accountable, myself included. I'm gonna hold you accountable because you are not holding her accountable. She fucked up. And then there are other videos as well where she walking around just random slapping dudes, white men to be on top, to be exact, just walking around slapping them, and then twerking on top of that, as if it's something cool, and then talking shit about it, going into the club, spending y'all money, y'all hard-earned money that y'all gave her in the GoFundMe, spending y'all money in the club, bottle popping and shit. Y'all money, y'all hard-earned dollars. And you got this nigga right here with the colored dread sitting up here talking about you perpetuating the system, and y'all missing what's really going on. No, what's really going on is that more women who are doing faulty shit need to be held accountable. That's what's really going on here. That's the conversation that we need to be having. That's the conversation that needs to be had. When you start pointing out the bullshit, and you start to call people out, you start to shine the light on the bullshit that's going on, guess what? Them hit dogs gonna holler, and you gonna know who they are. Like, you scamming, huh? You out here lying on people, huh? You trying to get people's lives fucked up, huh? That's what you trying to do. And mind you, it ain't just a black person thing. It ain't just a black man. It ain't a black man thing, a black woman thing. They just so happen to be black. This happens across the board. Hispanics, white people, Asian people, everybody has some degenerate shit going on in their race. So this isn't just subject to black people. They just so happen to be black. So please understand that. For y'all so-called, man, you always going at the black people, bro. No, I don't. It just so happen to be black people. If you look at my content, I do content on many different people, not just black people. It just so happened the ones that I post about black people tend to go viral. It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. Not my fault. But I'm going to talk about it. And I think it's bullshit for him to even do that, to come over here trying to pace back and forth as if he really talking about some shit. He ain't talking about nothing. First thing you need to do is hold specific women accountable who are doing wrong in this world. That's what you need to do. Hold Rhoda Osmond accountable. Hold her accountable for her bullshit. Yup, she got 90 days in jail. And more people are saying she need more. So she got let off. She got let off good just with 90 days. 90 days is gonna fly by for her. But so much for that internet bullshit. That shit done for. 10 years, she done. She cooked. She gonna have to go out there and get a job. And mind you, she might land back on her feet. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some suckers like him who gonna go and create a fund for her, so that way you can get her back on her feet. I'm pretty sure there is. But I'm telling you now, consciously. I'm telling you now. You should be the main, when she get out, you should be the main one that has raised $10,000+ for her when she get out. Say, hey, listen, I was out here rocking with you. You know what I'm saying? I was taking up for you. I was being a sucker for you. You know, even though I supposed to be holding you accountable, but I'm not going to hold you accountable because you a strong black woman, and, you know, black women deserve to be protected. Even though you're doing the most egregious shit and you out here being a degenerate, I'm still going to protect you as a black woman. That's you. That's what you should be doing. Go ahead and do that, big dog. Leave that to you. And if she get out of jail and you ain't raised no money for her, all this talking bullshit out the window. Cut it. If you hadn't started a fund for her, since you want to come up here and talk about it and try to protect her, if you ain't raised no money for her, you full of shit. Since you want to talk about what you do in the black community, let's see what you do. Let's see what you do for her when she get out. Let's see if you got something set up for her when she get out. You gonna have a job for her? You gonna pay her? What you gonna do? I want to know. Let me know. Let me know, because I'm sick of it, bro. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of people getting upset that you want to hold them accountable for the bullshit that they do. I'm so sick of it. Can't hold black people accountable. They want to be praised for all the good that they do. But then the moment that they do some stupid shit and you hold them accountable for, you shouldn't be talking about us like that. What do you mean? If I can praise you, I can also hold you accountable. Anyway, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm and hit the bell notification. All right. So let's go ahead and keep this train rolling, dog. Do I want to go here? Do I want to go here with it? Do I want to go here with it? Let's get on this EBT. Let's get on this EBT. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. You know, we kind of beating it. I mean, we ain't beating the dead horse, but we are beating the dead horse at the same time. So let's go ahead and get into it. It's 2 videos that I'm gonna play. 2 videos I'm gonna play, and they kind of lined up perfectly too. So let's go ahead and rock out. This kind of look like AI low key. I ain't gonna hold you. Shorty kind of like AI, but every time they saw somebody that's on EBT, they always a big back, bro. That's crazy.
It's really bad.
Danielle Grant is starving.
I'm trying to see if I can get some food because we literally don't have anything to eat today or tomorrow. So what is
She can miss a few meals.
trying to make ends meet, and we can.
Desperate for food, nowhere to go. Grant and many others got to the Hope Line today just to make an appointment to come back later in the week for food. Resources are slim, leaving 40% of Bronxites without money to feed themselves. Some still in shock.
You heard things before, but it's like they're not gonna let people starve. That's ridiculous, but it's like no, that's literally like what's happening.
We hope the food pantries maintain open, because if they don't stay open, I really don't know what we're going to do next.
We asked people their reaction to hearing that the Trump administration will partially fund the SNAP program. People say it's not going to do much. They have families to feed and already struggled at the end of every month when they were receiving the full amount.
Wow, not enough. At least it's something to hold on, but I think everybody's going to have to get a second job.
It doesn't really last the whole month, probably like 2 or 3 weeks. And then by the last week, you got to scramble to find, things.
This couple has 4 kids. The mom says pantries aren't always reliable.
They have limited supply, or by the time we get to the front of the line, then it's really nothing there. So it's hard.
She says she's holding on to faith. Meanwhile, others are worried hunger will drive crime rates up. We don't know how much money will be reloaded onto people's cards and when that will be. In Longwood, Lindsay Tanney, News.
So hold up though. So let me ask a question though. I said the food bank I volunteered was bare today compared to the past, and we were preparing boxes specifically for homeless families. But hold up though. I'm trying to understand something. Y'all ain't got $40? Fam, like, come on, listen, bro. Are y'all that spoiled with EBT that y'all ain't got $40 to go to the store to buy a big ass bag of rice and some chicken? Rice lasts you a whole month. And depending on how you use it, rice can last you up to 2 months. You get you a can of beans, you get you some lentils, you get you some black beans, some red beans. You can mix that shit up any kind of way every which way you please. You can go and buy you some canned chicken. You feel me? You can go buy some canned chicken. You can buy some tuna, some canned tuna. If you can't afford the actual chicken breast and shit, bro, there's many ways to afford some food. Am I too far? Am I tripping? Real talk. Am I tripping? I can't be. I see the grocery, bro. When I go to the grocery store, I see this shit. I see many different things, many different ways of people making food. If you want to do you understand? I made pizza with canned chicken as the crust. Canned chicken. Didn't do the dough, nothing. And that shit was bomb. I'm just trying to understand. There's many grocery stores out here in the streets. You tell me you can't get a bag of rice and chicken and some beans? I'm just, man, listen, Courtney, here I have an issue. We are only giving canned goods, box meals, mac and cheese, no crackers, chips, or sweets. If they are homeless, how do they prepare these items? But that's what I'm saying. The homeless is different. I'm not talking about the homeless. I'm talking about the able-bodied individuals, like the ones that we see in the video. Ain't none of them homeless. None of them are homeless. I'm not talking about the ones that's on the street. The ones that's on the street, cool. That's understandable. You know, they've been out there in the streets doing their thug thizzle. I'm talking about the ones that live in the house, the ones who got jobs, the ones who are able-bodied individuals. Just like old buddy said, listen, we're going to have to get 2 jobs. Yep. You better go and get that second one then. You better start filling out applications. What we talking about right now? I don't understand it. I don't. I promise you I don't. And again, if I'm wrong, bro, nope. And so now you got a Gen Xer going in on the Gen Z, and he just letting it all out. He just saying, fuck what y'all talking about. I'm finna let y'all have it. So let's listen what he got to say.
Right now, you're clearly seeing the difference between Gen X and Gen Z. Gen X, motherfuckers like me, we ain't worried about this SNAP program and all these food stamps and bullshit. It's you dumb Gen Z motherfuckers with 5 or 6 kids by 4 different baby daddies that's worried about this shit. You know why? Because us Gen X motherfuckers know how to get the fuck up, go the fuck to work, and at the end of the week, we get a paycheck that helps us pay our bills and put the food in our house that we need. We ain't out buying fake motherfucking jewelry and bullshit ass cars we know we can't afford and living a lifestyle that we could never motherfucking possibly pay off. It's that simple. So you Gen Z dumb motherfuckers walking around with $100,000 in motherfucking school motherfucking debt on motherfucking cars that you can't afford, debt on your motherfucking mouth, your motherfucking neck. A lot of you women got debt on your ass but can't feed your motherfucking kids. But y'all want to complain to the world. My SNAP benefits been taken away from me. Bitch, if you wasn't selling them motherfucking for the last 2-3 years, maybe you'd have food in your motherfucking house. Let's talk about that shit. But we don't want to bring that up. We just want to say it's Trump's fault and he fucked everybody, even though you mismanaged your motherfucking benefits and you spent all your damn money and sold all your motherfucking stamps, so now you ain't got no food. That's your fucking problem, not mine. Me, I'm worried about going to Disney. See ya.
Listen, I was having a conversation with somebody, and they made a fantastic point. I was like, damn, that made a great point. And one of the things is this. If you want EBT, let's be real. If you got a job, you want EBT and shit like that. And I'm just talking about the basic level, right? The basic level of EBT. I'm not talking about, you in full on debt, everybody talking about they hungry and shit. Do you know you can create an entire business? You can create an entire legal business out of this. So here's what the person proposed. They were like, listen, if this was me, what I would do, I will focus on health and wealth. I would train myself up, get certified as a personal trainer. And what I would do, I would train people and also use my EBT to then prep the meals, right? So if you get $200 to $400 on your EBT, you'll use that because guess what? You don't need $400. If you got 2 to 3 children, let's be real, you don't need $400 to feed all them kids. If you get the solid meals, I'm telling you, they'll be straight. So you spend $200 to $400 worth on your EBT for rice, for a big ass bag of rice, a big ass thing of rice, all your frozen vegetables, which they are cheap, all your beans if you're going to use them, or your canned goods, and all of your proteins. That goes, like I said, you got the tuna, you got the canned chicken, you got your chicken breast, your tenderloins, your seafood if you want to eat your seafoods. And what you would do is then not only are you prepping meals for the week, you also prepping the meals for your children as well, because they're going to eat healthy too, right? So everybody lolly-dot, everybody lottie-dotty. Everybody's eating healthy. Listen, I'm eating healthy. The kids eating healthy. They eating good. They eating their chicken, their rice, all that good shit. Everybody eating good. But you can also use it as a benefit to your physical fitness. So it's like, hey, listen, I can train you, but you know how you may want to go to somebody else to get food. But guess what? I also offer that. I can prep the meals for you while I do the physical fitness for it, while I help you on physical training, get yourself back in shape. And you can make money off that. You could charge them $400 a month for that. Charge them $400. Now, mind you, that's just off of one client. Now, let's just say you got 10 clients. That's $4,000. That's $4,000 a month that you make extra. And all you're using is $400 out of your EBT. So you walking away. So you walking away with $4,000 in your pocket from your business because you leverage your EBT. You got all the healthy foods. You weren't getting a bunch of bullshit snacks. You weren't getting all the box sugary cereals. You weren't doing none of that shit. You just created yourself an entire business. And I was like, damn, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. But most people aren't thinking like that, as you can see. They out here panicking. They out here, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. And also saw another good idea too. Somebody said they should now, what they should start providing, if you on, they should start providing MREs. Should start providing meals ready to eat. Them MREs, boy. Trust me, you gonna be straight. them hot meals. Remember them MREs, boy? They used to have everything, and they used to have a little drop. Used to have open the pack. They had like the little contraband. Sometimes you may have Skittles or Reese's or something inside it, but you also have like your main meals. Sometimes you will have like spaghetti and meatballs, or you will have like some type of, what was it? Because you got breakfast, lunch. You got the breakfast MREs. I think you got lunch and dinner MREs. And so on the dinner MREs, you can get your like your meatballs, or they had like some type of ravioli in there. But then you also get like a little side to go with it. Then you'll get your little cookies or crackers. You'll get your little sweets or candy, whatever they put in there. And shit, you be straight. You be straight. You gonna get tired of it quick, but when you hungry, guess what? You gonna eat. You gonna eat it. Regardless, you gonna eat it. You gonna eat it. That's a fact. But let me know what y'all think, man. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. I'm getting tired of this damn shirt. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification. So let's go ahead and move this train on, big dog. Now this video, I don't know if this person is trolling. I don't know if this is a real thing. I don't know if this is a real thing or not. Y'all let me know. I'm just gonna watch the video with y'all, and I'm gonna let y'all let me know what y'all think this is, because this can't be real. This can't be real. She can't be serious. She can't be serious. She gotta be trolling. She gotta be trolling. But I thought this was interesting. I thought I wanted y'all to see. I wanted y'all to give y'all idea and let me know what y'all think, because I don't know. I don't know. He said cat food. Cat food is all right. What you mean? So look, let's play this video. Then y'all tell me what y'all think, because I'm curious.
Identifies as a cat, and recently I tried to take him to the vet because, you know, it's flu season. There's a lot of stuff going around. He's been sick. So since he's a cat, I tried to take him to the vet, and they told me they could not treat him because they are not licensed to treat humans. And I said, well, he's not really a human. He's a cat. He identifies as a cat. And they're like, I understand, but biologically he was born human, so we can't legally treat him here. Is that not discrimination? Do I not have a lawsuit on my hands? I've been advocating for my son for years. It took me 3 years of fighting to get his school system to allow me to put a litter box in his school's bathroom that he could use. And that's with me paying for the litter and going and changing it out myself every single day. And I mean, they threatened to kick my son out of school because he kept shitting his pants, and they said he needs to be potty trained before he can go to school here. I said he is litter box trained. He just doesn't like to use a toilet because he's not a human. And I remember when we finally got that litter box installed, oh my gosh, you would have thought something terrible happened. The whole country freaked out. I don't know why everybody's so scared of progressing.
Y'all think that's real? Y'all think she's trolling? Or do y'all think she's dead ass serious? Do y'all think she's trolling? I want to know, bro, because man. Listen, bro. Listen, fam. I don't know, dog. Cause I promise you, if that's real, if that is real, the police need to be at the house right now. The police need to be at the house right now, picking that kid up and taking that kid somewhere where that kid is gonna be safe, because that household is crazy. That, you feel me? Listen, man. Nah, that's what I'm saying. I don't believe it. I don't believe it one bit. I think she trolling. Ain't there's no way. Your kid, you talking. You taking your kid. You taking your kid to a vet. A kid to a vet because this kid believes that they are a cat. And you're going along with the delusion as a mom. Really? You're going along with the delusion. This can't be real, man. I can't wrap my mind around the fact that this is actually real. I don't believe it. I can't believe it. I don't understand it. I don't want to understand it, because the people need to be there right now to pick that kid up. The kid need to be there. They need to come pick that kid up immediately. 1000%. Fucking white women, man. Not all white women, but there are some. It ain't all of them, but there are some. There's a select group. And this don't make no fucking sense. Yeah, Gen Z is lazy. But this chick here, but she looked like she out of pocket too. She looked like she got something wrong with her too. And listen, it's just my observation. She may not have nothing wrong with it, but I think she do, because she look a little off. She look a little off. Nah, fam. Nah. Gonna feed into the delusion. You think she on the pills, bro? You think she on the pills, Alonzo? She might be. I wouldn't be surprised, because now we're in a society where everybody think that they got anxiety. Everybody think that they depressed. Everybody is on some sort of, a lot of these women are on some sort of medication. Psychic medication, some shit for depression or something like that. And a lot of them aren't even depressed for real. There are some who actually go through the shit and they actually need it, but a lot of them are doing it nowadays, talking about how they got, they're depressed and shit just because they want to feel cool. They want to be a part of the crowd. Oh, well, yeah, I have anxiety too. I'm like, man, I know some people out here who really got that shit, who really out here depressed. And you out here using it as a fucking recreation. Oh, I got anxiety. Oh, I got anxiety. That's why I just can't do it. No, bitch, you lazy. Cut it out. Cut the noise, cut the music. Stop playing with me. Stop playing in my face. Get out my face. How about you do that? How about you do that? But no, I 110% don't believe it. If this is true, I need the police over that bitch immediately. Get the kid out the house. Where the daddy at? If this is true, where is the father? Where's the dad at? Because there is no way. And if he is there, send them both to jail. Because that don't make no sense. Imagine when this country goes into a type of collapse, civil war, whatever you want to term it. A lot of America will be off. 100%. A lot of all that medication out the window. All that anxiety out the window. Out the goddamn window. That's a fact. that is a 100% fact. All right. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. So let's move over to this other topic that I came across. This was sent to me actually. Macaroni Tony sent this one to me, and I was gonna go over it yesterday with the Banter and Barter show, but we were on some other topics too. That I was like, nah, we ain't gonna have enough time to talk about it. So I was like, you know what? I'll talk about it today on today's live stream. So we'll rock out with it now. There's a group. There's a these women right here. They're falling into their feminine. They're falling into their feminine, saying that they don't want to be leaders. They don't even like to work for women that are leaders because they don't believe that women are good leaders. I was like, interesting. I want to know what y'all think. So I'm gonna play the video and then we'll get into it. All right.
Women in leadership roles that I will say also. Sometimes we don't know how to carry the power, and because we're not used to it, we'll take advantage of being in a certain position.
I think we overcompensate because we're not used to being in authority.
So we got to just overdo.
They do too much. I don't. If I could have it my way, I like working for men better than I do a woman.
Do you?
Yes. When it comes to my direct report, I have had better success with a man than I have a woman.
As your boss.
There are currently grown men.
What? So what?
So you want to?
Oh shit! So what do y'all think about that?
The thing.
What do y'all think about that? What are y'all thoughts on that? Because I agree. I agree 110%. Now, mind you, that does not mean that it's 100% absolute that there aren't any good women leaders that are good managers, whatever the case may be. Yeah, I understand that. We understand that. But when you look at the numbers, when you look at the comparison, you look at the numbers, more people would prefer to work for a man than they would a woman. Because for some reason, I don't know, it's the fact that they got this, they have this thing about them as if, like they said, you got to overcompensate. You got to be extra when you're doing it. You have to apply a lot more pressure than you really actually have to because you think people don't respect you and you think that people aren't going to show you. So you got to have this extra shit about yourself. You got to do all the, listen, man. Listen, bro. And a lot of times, if you don't like a certain person, then you're going to give them hell. You know, you aren't going to be fair when it comes to the leadership and management. You put people in positions that you like and that you more so favor than you actually, you know, than the person that actually deserves to be in the position. And mind you, there are some men who do that too. But y'all tend to overcompensate a lot. Yep, I agree with that too. A lot of women are catty towards each other. What's good, Spaces? How you feeling? Say you on the panel right now. What panel you on, big dog? So I had to catch the replay. Keep up the good work. Hey, I appreciate you, fam. But yeah, I agree. It's a lot of cattiness going on. It's too much. Matter of fact, just look at a lot of these shows, right? When you see a lot of women, like, you know, like the Love and Hip Hops, when you see women in certain positions, like in leadership roles, so to speak, or you got, even though, you know, it's just TV, but still it kind of points to the point that's being made. When you have women in certain leadership positions, they think they just have to have full on control and they got to be extra about the shit when they're in control. It's like, this is my shit. You ain't gonna tell me what to do. I'm the motherfucking boss over here. All this extra shit. Like, hey man, ain't got time for all that. We know you the boss. You ain't gotta do all the extra shit. Listen, what is it that you need me to do? Okay, all right, I'll take care of that. Got you, boss. All that extra shit. Hard to say America is not equally diverse in the leadership roles, work companies. What? But think about it though. Do we need? Here's the thing. Nothing should be equal though, because it's not based off of what should be equal. It's based off the work that people are willing to do. Many people don't want to be a manager. A lot of people don't want to be a leader. They're better off being a worker bee. Just like there aren't many people who really want to own businesses because they don't want to deal with the hassle, or they don't want to have to lead many different employees. They don't want to have to go through the hassle of having to pay people. They just want to work their hours and go the fuck home and kick their feet up. And so that's why, when you see more, and then when you see more of that, guess what tends to happen? Then more people start to fall in this. They start to fall in this role. More people, and then more people continue to keep leveling up. Then that's when they get smaller, and that percentage gets smaller and smaller the higher you go. That's why you start to get the 1%, the 2%. Like, okay, so these are the people that were willing to do the work, to go through it, do what they got to do to get to this point. While everybody else, they played it safe. Like, look, man, I just need a good, stable job that pays me every week, just a good paycheck where I can just live comfortable and I can just make sure I pay my bills and I'm good. And I can go on vacation once every year. We save up our money and we do it and do the same shit over and over and over and over until I turn 65 and I hopefully retire and I got my 401k and I'm able to have my grandchildren and the simple life. That's what a lot of them want. But then the rest of us, it's like, nah, fam, I need more than that. I need more than that. I need more than just a simple life. I need extra. I need more. On the channel name is A Righteous Perspective. Good combo every morning at 8:30. Okay, I got you, bro. I think both women and men can be good for work. Just depends on their attitude towards employees. There are scumbags and there are good folks. I agree. No, I definitely agree with you. I 110% agree. But I think when you start to look at the numbers and you start to put things into perspective, you start to look at it from a different standpoint. It's like, okay, so when you put certain women in different positions, or if you just do a case analysis, you say, all right, you take a group of women and you take a group of men and you just ask them, listen, would you rather work for a man or a woman? Why not? And then you can pretty much come with your assumption in. Now, of course, some women are gonna say they will want to work for women, not off some logical standpoint. They're gonna say just because she's a woman. She's a woman, she understands, and so I'm gonna go with the woman versus what the actual leadership is. Can she actually be a good leader? You're just gonna pick her just because she's a woman. Most men aren't gonna pick a man just because he's a fucking man. If they look at this nigga like, nah, I don't trust this nigga here, man. I'm good. He don't look like he's a good leader. Nah, I'm good on him. Because we ain't gonna pick a man just because he a man. Because if he looks like he fits the description to be a good leader, yeah, we're gonna pick him. Not based off of the fact that, oh, well, he's a man, so I'm gonna pick him. We don't do that. Some do, but not all of us. You watch ARP as well? Fire. But now, let me know what y'all think about this. Let me know what y'all think about this one, though. I think it was cool. I agree with him, though. I definitely agree with him on that aspect. If I'm being 110% honest, I agree with him. You feel me? Listen, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification. If you want to support the channel, link is in the description, as well as going across the screen here. Of course, you can always tap into the super chats as well. So let's go ahead and keep that train moving, dog. And because I'm really wanting to dive into this topic right here. Really wanted to dive into this because this is a good one. This is a good one. And this is one of the topics I wanted to talk about yesterday. And myself and Ash, we had this conversation. Shout out to Ash. And I came to the conclusion that, listen, I would never hate on somebody's relationship, but if I look at certain shit and I don't see it thriving, because I look at things not just from where it's at right there, I look at it from a future standpoint. Cool, everything's copacetic right now. Great. But what happens when everything is front loaded, but then on the back end, it tends to die out? Are you going to stay? And there's some questions I had for this. So I'm going to play both of these videos and then I'm going to get into it. All right.
Some things that my boyfriend does that would send a low effort man into a coma. To me, all of this stuff is really bare minimum, but you know how these things are. So the first thing is really a non-negotiable for me. He opens my car door every single time we're getting in the car.
Okay.
I'm not just talking about on date night or my birthday. No, we could be going to Family Dollar. He's going to open my car door. I really cannot fathom why a man can't open your car door every single time. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? We're getting in the car. Like, why can't you open my car door? Are you that busy? Are you that booked and busy to where you can't open your girl's car door? Next, he buys me flowers at least twice a month. If your man is just getting you flowers like every couple of months or on your birthday or anniversary, that's just like unacceptable in my opinion. Fun fact about me, I have saved one flower from every single bouquet that my man has given me. If your man is not getting you flowers on a weekly basis, he literally hates you because flowers can be $10, babe. Next, Taylor has never, and when I say never, I'm not just saying that just to like make a video. I mean has never raised his voice when he talks to me. He has never called me out of my name. So he has never called me like, oh my God, he's never called me like the B word. He's also never called me something like even lazy or no name calling. And to be honest, he really rarely cusses around me. I don't know. He just talks like there's a lady present. I really, really love that. I really appreciate that. Next, he pretty much does whatever I ask. I'm not kidding. Like, I could be like, hey, babe, like, I'm really hungry. It could be 3 o'clock in the morning. He's outside already. He has his shoes on. In the middle of the night when we're sleeping, sometimes I'm really thirsty. I will wake that man up and he's going to hop right on up out of bed and go get me a water. Next, I don't have to beg him to post me on social media. Not only does he post me, he only posts me. Like, it's only pictures of me. He's not even in the photos. Next, he doesn't go to the club. He's never at the club. Taylor's never been to a club since I've met him. No, that's not true. He went to a club with me a couple of years ago for Halloween and he fell asleep on the couch in the club. Next, Taylor is not jealous. You know how I say he doesn't like to go to the club? Whenever I do go out to the club, he doesn't say anything. He's like, okay, babe, go have fun. I love you. We love a man that doesn't go to the club but doesn't mind when their girl goes to the club. We love that. Next, he has my initial
I don't think everything is bare
tattoos, but I
minimum,
don't
Mo,
have his.
that he's doing.
You know how like couples get matching tattoos? No, baby. He just has his own. I mean, I could go on and on and on about all the things
There
that
are a lot
Taylor
of things that
does,
he is doing bare
but I
minimum.
will spare
I
you
agree,
in
but there
this
are
video
some like, nah,
here.
man.
I really, really, really hope that this video is helpful for you because I want all women to be treated like princesses. I will see you guys in my next one. Now go.
Okay, so now let me go to the other video in regards to her response to this video, because apparently she had a lot of men that's going into was talking about her in regards to this video that she just made. So let's go listen to this other video.
The other day, I posted a video telling you guys all the things that my man does. I would send a low effort man into a coma. I truly thought all the low effort men were going to pass out and we wouldn't have to deal with them. But no, I woke them up and I started a war. If you guys have not seen that video, please go look at it right now and please read my comments. They were so sassy and their main question was, what do I do for Taylor? Because they just can't comprehend how a man can be nice to a woman for no reason, I guess. I will humor you and I will tell you all the things that I do for Taylor. So number one, I'm super, super nice to him. I know I was going to be funny and like do this video differently, but no, I'm going to just be honest. On a daily basis, Taylor does a lot more for me than I do for Taylor. I will admit that. I know this might be hard for some of you to comprehend. Sometimes a girl just has to exist for a guy to want to do things for her. Sometimes all she has to do is be nice and appreciative and faithful and exist. Shocker. I know. I'm not saying that I don't do things for Taylor. I do a lot of things for Taylor.
Like what?
Taylor is a very, very smart person. If he was not feeling appreciated and loved, he wouldn't be with me. I do think that I'm a really good girlfriend. But if you would ask me, do I think I'm a good wife? I would say no. I really believe that a girlfriend should be doing girlfriend things and a wife should be doing wife things. Like,
see what I'm saying, bro? Have y'all heard what she do for him yet? Oh, that's the part that's the part I'm trying to understand. Have y'all heard what she do for him yet? Because I mean, again, please don't get me wrong when I say this. This is not about a transactional thing. I'm trying to make sense of the situation here. I'm trying to make sense of it. I'm trying to make sense of the situation. I really am. This could be, and listen, this is not me taking a shot at Taylor or anything like that. I get it. If that's his bare minimum, cool, bro. Do your thing, big dog. Hey, if that's what's gonna get you hurt and that's gonna keep her, hey, continue to keep doing that and continue to keep thriving in that what's making you successful. Continue to keep doing that, right? But when I look at relationships overall, and I said this as a disclaimer before I played these videos, I've seen situations like this before. And this is why I speak on it the way that I'm speaking on it. I'm not just talking about it because of the way I feel. Please understand that a lot of times I don't talk about the things about how I feel. I've seen certain things, and this ain't got nothing to do with what I do in my personal life or anything like that, right? But I've seen situations like this where the man is worshiping the ground that she walks on. Fine. That's wonderful. You're supposed to. As long as she's reciprocating the same energy back to you. That's why there's this thing called simping behavior. That's why we call certain guys simps, because you're exerting all of these different qualities. You're giving her everything. You laying the red carpet out for her. Boom. Great. Cool. Now, if you're doing that and she's also reciprocating that same energy, hey, big dog, continue to keep doing it. However, if that is not being reciprocated, because like I just said, I have yet to hear anything in regards to what she said that she does for Taylor. And she said it out of her own mouth that he does way more for her than she does for him. If it works, cool. If it works, cool. But again, this isn't something that I've seen that has lasted a long time. It's cool at first. Is the puppy love shit. It's in the beginning stages. Cool. It's all, oh, this is phenomenal. This is great. But then it can end up. I'm gonna let the video continue to keep playing.
It's so interesting to me because I love Taylor so much. If anything happened to him, that's just like a problem that no one could ever solve. But at the end of the day, I truly do believe that Taylor still loves me more than I love him. And if you get offended by me saying that, then I just don't think that you understand how a relationship should be. The boy has to like the girl more. If the girl likes the boy more, it's a disaster. It's a disaster. Also, the girl has to be mature and respectful and faithful and appreciate that the guy loves her more. You're in a relationship and you like that man more than he likes you. You need to get out of that. If not, you're gonna have your sassy man in my comments telling me that I need to be doing this and this and this and that. You men these days, you're so sassy. You guys want the flowers. You guys want the date nights planned. You guys want a new outfit picked out on the bed with a dinner ready at 7 sign. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And also, please remember that this is the internet. You are just seeing a little glimpse in my life. Hope that you find someone that you love so much to where you want to do everything for them. And for all the women out there, I hope that you find a guy that wants to do everything for you. And I hope that all you have to do is just be you. I hope this
Bro, first of all, let me say this. And just because somebody doesn't agree with you, just because somebody goes against what they say, what you say, I need y'all to stop with these little small attacks that y'all do. Just because men are saying, look, that shit sound crazy, whatever the case, that don't mean that the man is sassy. That's what the internet is for. You put the shit out here, people are going to react to it. You put it out here because you wanted to tell the world what Taylor does for you. And so you mean to tell me that you thought that men weren't going to say anything? We all know that all women, damn near 99.9% of them are going to agree with you. And that's fine. But I'm still trying to understand what the hell you do for Taylor. Because again, what Taylor does for you, that's great. Awesome. That means he truly cares about you. That means you are his pride and fucking joy. But what is it that you reciprocate to him? Because I don't care about the fact that, oh, well, you should, well, there's so much more that I do. Okay, well, name it then. You were real confident and clear on the things that Taylor does for you. But you decided to come right back and make another video and say what you do for Taylor, but yet you didn't do nothing. You didn't say anything but said, I just exist. But I also am mature, and you got to be a mature woman, and you also have to understand and know that he loves you more than, and you got to respect that. That ain't telling me nothing. What do you do for him? How do you show your appreciation to him for the things that he do for you? What appreciation do you show? That's non-sexual. What is it that you do for him? That's the point that I'm trying to understand here. If the energy is reciprocated, fine. That's great. It's awesome. Then you deserve the world if you reciprocating that energy. And that's one of the things that me and Ashley was going back and forth about. It's how are you reciprocating the energy? I don't care about you being present. I'm present in your life too. Your presence does not shine. Your presence, you being in my presence, does not overpower my presence, me being in your presence. Both of our lights are shining. So that is not the equivalent of me opening the door, doing all of these things for you. What is it? And how are you reciprocating that energy to me? What is it that you're doing? Because just as it was Taylor's priority, and maybe that's his base, and maybe that's his bare minimum of this is what I do for all of my women. This is what I do for all of my women. That's my bare minimum. Cool. He already established that that's what he do. Okay, because he didn't have to ask her that, right? Which is what I was trying to explain to Ashley yesterday. He didn't have to ask her what it was that she needed and what it was that she expected. He already came with that. So with that, flip the fucking script around. What is it that you come with? It ain't about what I want. It's about what is it that you do? What is your bare minimum standard that is equivalent to the reciprocation of what I do for you? What is it? What is it? And that's the part that I'm trying to understand here. Because you can list off every goddamn thing that he does for you. You can list off all the things that you want this man to do, but you can't tell me not one time what it is that you do for him. And this is the problem that I see a lot of times across a lot of these platforms. They got a laundry list of shit that they want this man to do, but yet when you flip the page around and you ask them, what is it that you do for these men? What is it that you're bringing to the table? That's why I ask the fucking question. What is it that you're bringing to the table? It doesn't have to be a sexual thing. It doesn't have to be money, bro. It don't have to be money, and it don't have to be anything sexual. What is it that you bring to the table? That's of substance. You just being in my presence, that don't work. That don't do nothing for me. That don't do nothing for me. Because if you got a man that's on his purpose, first of all, I need you to understand, if you a man on your purpose, she ain't gonna be the first priority anyway. That don't mean you love her less. That don't mean you don't love her at all. That don't mean you don't care for them. That don't mean you don't adore them. That just means the program is bigger than both of you. That's the point that I'm getting to. Y'all want Instagram and TikTok relationships. Y'all letting chicks like this tell you what a relationship's supposed to look like. Shorty. Really? I can go deeper. I can go deeper into this. I can go deeper into this. I really can, but I don't want to. I just want to know, what is it that you do? You made, well, how long was that other video? About a minute and 20 some seconds. No, about 2 minutes or so of everything that Taylor does. And you went on, how long was this video? 2 minutes and 57 seconds. You only said 2 things that you do. 2. And you wonder why men are coming back and saying, what? Now, if you would have had that entire video say, look, Taylor does all of these things for me. He does this, that, and the third, boom, boom, boom. Cool. But I also, as the girlfriend, I do X, Y, and Z. I do this, I do that. I do this for Taylor. I make sure Taylor does this. I make sure Taylor, boom, boom, boom. I cook for Taylor. You know what I'm saying? I make sure Taylor never has to worry about a meal. I cook that meal for Taylor because Taylor don't never have to ask for a meal. I make sure I cook it for him. I don't have to ask him what he has to make. I don't have to ask him nothing. I know what it is that he wants to do. I know when he comes home from work. I know exactly what he likes. I know when he's at the door, I have a drink for him, or whatever the case may be. What is it that you're doing for him that reciprocates that same energy that he's giving you? That's the point that's being fucking made. It ain't about what the fuck I think. It ain't about what the fuck my expectation is. It's the expectation that you have already provided for me that I should already fucking expect, because you have provided that. And this is based off of Ashley's logic. I'm making sure, please understand, this is based off of Ashley's logic, because he presented the expectation up front with what he was doing and how he treats her. That's what it is. So therefore, because he's doing that, he's created that standard. Cool. Now, what is it that you're doing to also create the standard that he now expects from you, that you have not yet listed out yet? Miss Makeup by Germany. That's the point that I'm making. That's the point that I'm making. And this is what I say, when I always talk about it. See, a lot of times, a lot of women want men to understand them. A lot of women want men to, oh, wow, why don't he understand me? Why don't he just listen to me? Shorty, you won't even take the time to pay attention to your man. You don't even take the time to pay attention to the things that he do. You don't pay attention to what he do, what he likes to eat, what he likes to drink. What is it? But then you want him to read your mind. You want him to read your mind. He's supposed to know everything about you. He's supposed to know that you like to sleep on your left side instead of your right side. You can't sleep on your back side because you got a snoring problem. So you always got to sleep on your left because the way that you was brought up, you know what I'm saying? You slept on your left side for whatever reason. You like the fan on at night because you like white noise. He's supposed to know all these little knick-knacks, paddywhack things about you, but you don't know the first thing about him. And mind you, men are very simple. Men are very simple. The smallest shit, the things that she called the bare minimum, the thing that he presented for her was the bare minimum shit. His shit is damn near to the ground. I guarantee you that the shit that he probably expects is to the ground. And again, she may be correct. The bare minimum from him may be, hey, listen, just exist. Cool. And if that works, cool. But I 110% doubt, and this is not me being negative. I know there are some, every relationship is not a monolith, but I do believe in the blueprint of what a relationship is supposed to be like. And we've seen the success rate of when you do follow the blueprint versus when you don't follow the blueprint. Can it still work? Yeah, absolutely. But what's the rate of it actually working long term? Yeah, it sounds good right now. Yeah, it works right now because y'all been together for 2 years. Cool. Okay. Can you do it 20 more years? Same thing? Doing it the same way? Can you? Following that same blueprint? Or that new and improved, that progressive blueprint that you got? You think it's gonna work? Because I seen one blueprint that tends to work more effectively. There are some that slip through the cracks. Again, nothing is absolute. But when you start to look at the numbers, like, okay, well, shit, this actually works better than this does. So based off of the numbers, I would choose this blueprint versus that blueprint. This blueprint don't seem to be as effective. Yeah, I've seen some success in this, but I don't see it as effective. So I'm just looking at it from an objective standpoint. I asked the question. And also, again, I just want to know what it is that she do for him. Am I wrong for asking that? Am I wrong? Am I out of pocket for asking that question? Am I sassy for asking that question? Because I'm pretty sure most men, if I knew Taylor and me and Taylor were talking and we were at a bar talking, just chilling, like, hey man, how's everything going with the relationship, man? And you knew that Taylor does all of these things for his girl. Oh shit, oh word, bro, you do all of that? Damn, that's what's up, man. You know how, you know what she do for you, bro? Nah, man, you know what I'm saying, bro. She just exists, bro. Like that's it. She just exists. All right. I mean, if it worked for you, bro. But typically speaking, again, that's what we call a simp. That's what we would call a simp. And if he loves it, if he like it, I love it. Cool. Do your thing. And if it works, it works. More power to you. I pray that their relationship works phenomenal. I pray that they make it all the way to their old age, gray hairs, all of it. But don't get mad. If I see if a video come back up, and I'm not wishing this on their relationship, because I hope they make it through. I hope they make it all the way through. I hope they make it to their old age. I hope they make it to they goddamn just skin and bone. You feel me? Grandkids, children, all everything that they desire in that relationship together. But I'm telling you, if it come back and I see, I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm gonna say nothing else. I ain't gonna say nothing else. But let me know what y'all think. Am I out of pocket? Am I being sassy? But just let me know what y'all think, man. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. All right, so let me see. Where do I want to go to next? Do I want to go there? Do I want to go there? What up? What up? All right, I think I'm gonna go here. Let's kick it. Let's kick it over here. Let's go over here. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. I think this would be a good one. Man, I ain't want that anyway. Why you showing me that? That is not what I want. That is not what I want. That is not what I want. Yeah, I think this would be a good one. What we at? An hour and 10? We still got some time. Because I kind of wanted I spent a little bit too much time on this other video, but I do want to dive in. I do want to dive into this other video with Anton. Talk about some money, man. Let's talk about some money. Let's get away from relationships a little bit. You know what I mean? Before I get heated off some stupid shit. Before I get heated. Where we at? Yep, we can do that. Cool. Let's get into it. Let's talk about some money. So shout out to Anton, you know, watching this video from the Darth Anton channel. You know, he's talking about just pretty much life in the buildings and his 3 new properties in Detroit. For those of y'all who don't know, dude lives in Detroit, and so he talk about property investments, and he trying to be the big. Well, I ain't gonna say trying to be. Basically, is the top dog over there in Detroit. Shout out to him. And he buying up the city. He buying up the city, man. So let's get into this video, and then we'll talk about that. You feel me? Let's rock out.
You guys to see the city with the lights off. Like I'm about to turn the lights on and make breakfast and stuff in a second. But it look incredible, don't it? Last night I went to sleep at 8:30. Probably fell asleep by 8:45 p.m.
Bull City.
Watched a little bit of snowfall.
Yeah.
Started it over, right? Because I had watched like 2 episodes, but I started over at the pilot. Probably made it through 20 minutes, 25 minutes of it, and just was knocked out. So woke up at about 4:30. It's probably closer to 5 right now. And about to make breakfast, get a little bit of work done. Hopefully I can get a workout in before I head over to the studio. And I'm hoping to have a productive day. I have a completely different mindset. I'm in a whole nother space right now. And I'm largely living by the philosophy, minding the business that pays me. So if it's not something that adds value to my life, if it's not productivity, I don't see it. I don't care what nobody else is doing. I'm not paying attention to what's happening with other people's business. If it's not productive or conducive to my lifestyle, I literally have let it go. So everything that I got going on right now is mental health, physical health, taking care of business as far as looking at what I got to take care of on a computer today. And then we can head out into the streets and start taking care of business from a real estate perspective, and then possibly even meet with some people on some new sponsorships. But all of that, being in a way, being in the mix, I really don't care for it. To be honest with you, if it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't even be on the internet. Like I was one of the last people that got on the Instagram. I was one of the last people to get on TikTok. And the only reason I got on those platforms was because people were starting accounts of me. And so I'm like, I might as well take advantage of it and not let other people try to act like they're me. Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and do it myself. So.
Hey, good morning, guys.
How's everything going?
Good. You guys seem to be happy.
I ain't gonna hold you. I want to visit Detroit though. Real talk. I always wanted to visit Detroit. I gotta get out there. I gotta get out there and visit Detroit one time, bro. At least one good time. Check out the city. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it'd be dope. I think it'd be a dope experience to visit that. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I always wanted to visit since Beverly Hills Cop. I always wanted to visit ever since Eddie Murphy in Detroit. I always wanted to visit, but I just never went.
Happy with the direction the plans are going.
Yeah, it looks good. Looks really good.
I don't want to say they're going to be like the big dogs on the block, but
I mean, isn't that every house that we built?
Yeah.
Literally every house that we build is the big dog on the block. So I don't look at it as a short-term investment. I look at it as a long-term investment. So I don't mind spending the money, and I don't ever plan on selling them. So I'd rather spend the money up front, and then, I'll make it back on the back end.
Those 2 lots are amazing. I mean, as far as the size goes, the location.
Yep. Yeah, they look really good.
I should have some elevations for you guys to look at over the next couple of days. I'm just juggling a bunch of things right now, but I'm kind of thinking about doing like something a little more temporary.
What do you mean?
Well, more modern.
I ain't gonna hold you, man. Like, let me ask y'all a question though, like real talk. When you're just taking care of business, when you're just doing things what you're supposed to be doing, you're making moves out here for for the people that's in your group, or just for your life, or just just for the future, or you starting a business, or whatever the case may be. You just taking care of business. Don't that give you a sense of dopamine? It's like, damn, I'm out this bitch just moving. Yeah, you working, you moving, you can't stay still, but you're constantly moving, but you're constantly progressing. You're constantly putting forth the effort to, make shit happen. Like you really out here doing the shit. You ain't just sitting on your ass. You out here moving, shaking and moving. Don't that give y'all a sense of dopamine, bro? Don't that give y'all that sense of hell yeah, like this is what I'm talking about. Nigga, we moving. Like we actually out here putting shit in motion out here in these streets. Now everybody talking, but we putting shit in motion. Oh, let's see. Boy City says back in 2008 wanted to buy Detroit City blocks for $100,000 per block. Didn't know anyone there. I have a rule that only invest in things that are 20 to 30 minutes for my house so I can be hands-on. No, I dig that. 100. I agree with that. I agree with that philosophy too. I definitely agree with that, especially starting out though. I think starting out, I think that'd be a great idea. You know what I'm saying? You buy up the area as much as you can in the area that you live in, and then you start to expand out. So I believe in the whole go deep and then expand. Go deep, then expand. Because there're gonna be opportunities. Because when you got money and you got some liquid and offer you can't refuse come up, and it may not be in your city. It's like, hey man, I might need to make this play. I might need to make this play. It may not be in my city, but I might need to make this play. And so you just like, nah, fuck that. I'll go ahead and make this investment and shit, get to it. Yes, because here's my thing though. This is one of the reasons why I'm really hell bent on building this platform up too. Because this platform, what up, Joe? This platform is gonna pay for a lot of shit. It's gonna do a lot of shit. It's gonna open the doors for a lot of things, and a lot of investments are coming. I'm telling you, a lot of investments are coming. I got my eyes on a lot of different things, but I want to make sure I take care of what I need to take care of first before I start doing any of that. I want to make sure I take care of the things I need to take care of first. But we slowly building. We're not focusing on the fast growth. We're focusing on the slow growth. You know, we taking care of everything on the back end, and then once all that's clear, it's game over. We going crazy with it. It's gonna seem like it's gonna be like an overnight sensation. I'm telling you, it's gonna be like an overnight sensation. You can be like, damn, this nigga buying up everything, ain't it? Yup. You right about that.
Oh yeah. Contemporary. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
When do you anticipate that we're going to break ground on the other property?
Well, my anticipation is within.
Oh, they got squatter laws in Detroit. That's different. The representative in that city is your eyes and ears. Yep. True. Had a homeless guy living there for a year before I could get him out. That's crazy.
About 2 weeks.
Okay.
Because I've got the foundation people on board for last week of December, or October, first week in November, and then the thing is the unknown is the excavator, because he told me that he's free in 3 weeks, and that was a week ago.
Right. So I'm gonna take y'all past a couple projects, one of them that you're already familiar with, and then another one that you may not be so familiar with, but this is a project that we working on. So we about to break ground. We got everything marked off, including the tree over here. This tree is obviously on the neighbor's yard, but according to the city, we have to mark it off and make sure that it's like this and work with the neighbors and all of that. One of the things that we did out here was we also got four trees removed, and we got some trees cut off, some branches cut off of a tree that's kind of hanging. It was hanging over the property, but sewer lines is marked off. And then we also have some markings of exactly where the excavation crew needs to dig. And then everything is according to the permit. So we got a tree that was removed over here, tree that was removed over here, tree that was removed over here, and then two more back there. Most of them were dead except for two. So a couple of them was stumps, a couple of them was dead except for two.
That's a big ass front yard. That's a big ass front yard. That's one thing I miss about living in Alabama, boy. You get a front yard, man. Listen, you get a front yard and you get some backyard. Boy. Gary, Indiana is much better than Detroit for your profit margin. Word? I mean, I feel that too. I guess it also depends too on what's going on too and what's in that surrounding area. You know what I mean? So like if I were to do it, I'm not just gonna go and invest it in a property where ain't nobody going to. I'm gonna go where it's kind of high, or you may be a few minutes away from the actual city, or like the attraction sites and shit like that. On the outskirts of the city, you kind of out the way a little bit, but you can just kind of go. You can kind of drive into the city or whatnot. I think I'd be more interested in that and invest in that way versus then investing right there into the city. Like, nah, G, give me right there on the outskirts where in a couple of years they're building things up, and especially paying attention to what type of warehouses they're building up around it, and just different things like that. That's what I would look for too. People trying to escape Chicago and rebuilding Gary. Oh, for real.
But this is going to be a very, very, very awesome project. And it's a lot more room than we expected for it to be, because we also got some concessions from the city. We have been working with the city on making sure that everything got permitted and got approved before we broke ground. A couple vlogs ago, I gave y'all an update, and I was letting y'all know that we redoing this house completely because I had some tenants move out. One of the things that I wanted to do was completely replace the garage door. It was like this bluish color, like this really light blue color that they had painted it, and they had painted the whole house a completely different color. But we redoing it in that we doing all new siding, all new insulation, all new everything. We already put a new roof on it. But the garage door is now all black, and then we getting the trim done around the top of the building. I'm gonna also take y'all around back to give you an update. This right here, as I told y'all previously, is the stone that's gonna be going across the front and a little bit across the side of the house. And then I can actually see the side of the house is looking significantly different. Wow. It's gonna be looking crazy. See, they starting to do it. Go across the side of the house. Looks really, really good. And you can actually see the difference of what it was before and what it's going to turn out to be. Looks really good, man.
Man, look at that backyard.
I really always have loved this backyard.
Boy.
I want to actually.
Man, hold on, bro.
I really always have loved this backyard.
Man, listen. Man, listen. Look at that. Look at that back there. Boy, field day. Field day. But one thing will suck, though. You got to rate them leaves. Boy, no. Nope. I'm hiring a landscaping company. I'm not doing that. That's a lot of, listen, that's the only thing about it. Because you got a lot of trees. You got a lot of leaves to rake up. No, sirree. Not happening. I've had my full share of raking leaves. Nope. You got me all kinds of fucked up. Nope. No, not doing it. Not doing it. Not doing it. I think what I will do, I'll be cognizant of what the hell is all the way back there in that field though. So I don't know. I will probably build a fence up like a big ass fence, just in case shit try to come across it. Because ain't no telling what's back there. What kind of animals do they have over there in Detroit? I'm pretty sure they got deer and all that shit over there too, but I'm talking about them danger animals. They got bears up there. Don't they got bears up there in Detroit? Ain't no telling what's back there. At nighttime, you trying to go in the backyard, you trying to go on the back balcony and chill, trying to kick your feet up. You know what I'm saying? I see a fire pit over there. You trying to just, you trying to relax, smoke your cigar, some shit. And then all you gonna hear is Like, man, listen, it's time to go in the house. It's time to go in the house. Time to go in the house. All those trees got to go, in my opinion. No trees, no leaves. But the thing is though, I like the trees though. It gives you the shade, kind of gives you that seclusion a little bit. I think what I would do, I would cut down a couple of them. I wouldn't cut down all of them though, because I do know the luxury of having the trees, but I would just make sure that I will cut down the insignificant trees and I'll keep some. I'll keep some trees though. Just deer, coyote, and possum. Oh, okay, shit. Oh, whatever. Oh yeah, we straight there. Cause shit, we got coyotes over here in Arizona. So see them motherfuckers all the time.
Yard. I want to actually see this side because this deck is actually coming off of here, and we about to redo this deck. But it looks good. They doing both sides at the same time. They taking their time. It's gonna be the gray with the white trim. That's kind of my moniker, the gray with the white trim. Changing out the doors, changing out the windows, changing out everything. Mm-hmm. The cost of what it's taking me to do this, I believe it's like $30K for the siding and to redo all of the insulation and stuff.
Or I'll just plant one big ass tree. You know what I'm saying? Or I can do that, whichever one. Big ass oak tree.
From the garage door, I think that the roof cost me a little more than 20, a little less than 30. I don't remember exactly. And I've budgeted about 150,000 to redo this whole house. And obviously it's not just the outside. I'm gonna take y'all through as they progress into the inside, new cabinets, new bathrooms, new flooring, ripping out the ceiling, new lighting, new everything. The windows alone is gonna be over 20,000 on this house. So I've budgeted 150 and I plan on having all of these changes done before the end of the year. And that way we prepping it to get it ready to get it re-rented out at a higher rate going into next year. That's the biggest thing, is that you just gotta make the long-term investments. A lot of people don't like to make the long-term investments. They like to do everything short-term.
Yeah.
I'm not a short-term guy. I'm looking 10, 15 years from now, my goal is to have over 100 single family homes.
That's true.
And at least 6 to 7 multi-unit. And I want them 100% paid for. And I don't do the Bird method. I don't do any of that refinancing and stuff. I build them, I buy them, I keep them up, and then I rent them out and I keep them forever. And then the goal is to ultimately have, you know, once you get 50, because I'm 43 now, but once you get 50, the goal is to ultimately have, you know, $300,000, $400,000 every single month after whatever expenses, obviously maintenance and insurance. Right, here's the $1 million question. My daughter spends the majority of her time inside of the T-Rex. The Cybertruck, that mug is right there. Honestly, I don't know when the last time that we drove that. That's for decoration only. But my daughter apparently pulled out my 911, and so she been driving that, I'm assuming.
Listen, that bit clean though. I ain't gonna hold you, boy. I ain't gonna hold you. That bitch smooth. You dig? That bitch smooth. I got a couple of cars that I actually want, and I think I will be straight. I will be straight in vehicles. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's gonna be all the investments that I make is what's gonna pay for it. Once all the debt is gone, you know, once YouTube really kick into full effect and we making real bread from YouTube, oh man, it's gonna be. I'm telling you, when that switch flips, when that YouTube switch flips, you hear me? You gonna know. You gonna know. When it switches, it's game over. I ain't gonna brag. I ain't gonna do, but you gonna see subtle differences. You're gonna see subtle differences. Subtle. I ain't gonna sit up here just boast about it. It ain't gonna be one of those type of situations. You just gonna tell. You just gonna be able to tell, something different. It's something different. I can't put my finger on it, but something different. Something is different. But again, I'm playing. I'm telling you, I'm following a blueprint. I'm following the blueprint. I'm not getting ahead of myself. I'm not rushing it. I'm not comparing myself to anybody else because of what they got going on and what they're doing. I'm focusing on Courtnee. I'm focused on the Courtnee Edgar show. We're focusing on building the brand. We focus on building this platform. We're focusing on building. That's all we're focusing on. Focusing on building. Continue to keep putting out, continue to keep working, continue to keep doing what I got to do. Not trying to impress the Joneses. I used to be like that. Used to want to try to impress everybody. Focus on, damn, bro. Nigga, if I pull out with this, bro, this shit gonna be straight, man. Man, fuck all that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Fuck all that. We want to, nigga, when we step, we gonna step. That's what I'm focused on. When we step, we gonna step. Everybody who gonna be attached to me gonna be straight. That's what the main focus is. Be so impactful to the point that anybody who is within my vicinity, anybody who is attached to me, is automatically their value goes up. The price of the brand, the price of the bag goes up 100% because they're attached to me. Because they're attached to Courtnee Edgar. I'm telling you, Courtnee Edgar is going to be a household name, fam. You feel me? Hey, I'm telling you, listen, bro, it's gonna be some subtle changes. I made one. Listen, I said I made an Instagram post a while back, and this was before I even got close to 1,000 subscribers. I think it was around when I was like 300, some shit like that. And I was like, I ain't gonna even say I think I viewed it wrong when I said it, but I said you gonna know if I'm really getting to a bag because you gonna see a rollie on my wrist. And guess what? The rollie on my wrist is not just gonna be some shit that I just got from like a pawn shop though. I'm making sure the first rollie that I get, I go and pay cash for. We ain't doing layaway, and it's gonna be strictly from a YouTube bag. It ain't gonna be from because I saved up for it. Nope. We gonna make sure it's strictly from YouTube. And it's gonna be from one of those, it's gonna be from like, okay, well, I made this much this month. Bet I'm gonna use that to go pay for it. And I'm gonna bring y'all along with me as I go get it. I'm gonna bring y'all along with me as I go get it. You gonna know. Well, you're gonna know I hit a threshold. You're gonna know I reached the threshold, but we're gonna continue to keep going. But that's gonna be the first signal of a threshold that I hit. It's like, all right, he getting in, all right, he getting into it now. Like, hold on now. He walking into the rollie store. He done took a flight. Well, I don't gotta take a flight because all I gotta do is drive over the all I gotta do is go to Scottsdale. I can go to Scottsdale. Do they got one in Scottsdale? Hold up. Let me see something. I don't think they do. Real quick, let me see some real quick. I don't know if they got one in Scottsdale. Do they got one in Scottsdale? Don't be skipping with Joy in that video. Oh, listen, boy, I'm gonna be walking fast in the mud. Listen, bro, you see me smiling now. I'm gonna be smiling from ear to ear. I'm talking straight cheese and all 32 teeth, all pearly whites. You gonna see you like, oh yeah, he happy. You go like, he happy. Like, yes, I am. No shame in my game. I'm walking in that bitch. Everybody move out my way. I got somewhere to be. Get out my way. Yep, they sure do. So yeah, I got one in the city. We got one in the city. That's just down the street. Type shit. Pull up in the Rolex store like, hey, let's get it, big dog. We here. We here. Let's go. Yep, they sure do. Right there in Scottsdale. Locked in. Yep. So I'm going right down the street, homie. Right down the street. And I'm bringing y'all with me. You hear me? Y'all coming with me.
What is she doing with the 911? That's supposed to be inside of the garage. Yeah, Les been going crazy. She been driving all the vehicles, getting all of the decorations. Snaps. I think I got some new iPhones. What's up, Les? How you feel, baby?
Tired.
You tired? About to go to Taekwondo?
I'm being told this is Limo Emo from Liberty Mutual, who helps save you hundreds by customizing your car insurance. And
I drove them.
Oh, you been driving them?
Now you gotta put them back.
Why I gotta put them back? You been driving them? What are you about to drive right now? You didn't go to school today, so what did you drive? You ain't driving them today.
I did go to school today.
You didn't go to your first classes.
For real?
I left a message for your big head too. You can't just do what you want to do when you want to do it. I just want to let you know that.
You literally said.
I didn't say you can skip school. I didn't. I said we could talk about it in the morning.
You didn't call me.
You didn't call me either. Let's see what Rita is watching.
It's okay.
Law and Order. Is that what you've been watching? Are you sick? Oh, so you're not sick. How was it?
What's up, Carrie?
I'll be downstairs opening my iPhones. It really did.
All right, that's pretty much what he had with it. I'm gonna see what. Let me see if I can find something else. Kind of got me a little hype a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Got me a little hype. You know what I'm saying? Got me a little hype. You know what I'm talking about? You feel me? Why? Let's go. No, we don't want that. Let's see. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification. Let me see if we can find. Let's see if we can find another one. I expect to be done this early, so we got time. We got time for another one. We got time for another one. Ooh yeah. Man, y'all missed my jam. Y'all missed my jamming earlier, man. In the beginning of the show, I was jamming out over here. When he put this, did he post that shit? I wonder did he post the other one that when he was going in? Let me see. You know what? No, you know what? Let's rock in. We want to see him. We want to see him cook a little bit. No. Interesting. Here we go. You know what? It's kind of on the money stage, but talking about some scammers. Let's get it.
You're trying to get a bunch of equipment. He actually did obtain phones from the number, which is about $7,000 in loss on our part. Yeah, so 4 tablets, 3 phones.
On July 16, 2025, officers with the Lady Lake Police Department in Florida responded to an Xfinity store after reports of a man allegedly using fake IDs to buy Apple products. But what first looked like a simple fraud call would soon unfold into a multi-state identity scam.
Hey, listen.
Tens of thousands.
I was waiting. You know what? Should I go to that one, Bull City? Cause bro, I ain't gonna hold you. He was cooking it. He was cooking this morning. I was like, God damn. He was cooking this morning, bro. He was straight up cooking. That shit, I don't know what the hell that was. That shit took him all the way left. You know what? Let's see if we can go to that one. See now you got me want to go to it. Now you got me want to go to it. That was today. Yeah, that was earlier this morning. Let's go. Let's see if we can go to it. Because that was going all the way to fuck off. Oh, when was this? That wasn't today, was it? Nah, this wasn't today. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Should already popped up for me. Talking big shit. Here we go. No, he right there. All right, here we go. He about to go the fuck off.
All right, we in there. We in there like swimwear. Black people, what are you waiting for? No. I'm looking at the land and it's cheap as fuck, right? The land is cheap. Are you waiting for somebody to come in and fix it up for you? Or are you going to do it yourself and take control of your communities? Because see, what I hear people say on a regular basis is, oh my God, they gentrifying. Oh my God, we don't own nothing. Oh my God, wait a minute. They coming in and buying everything up and moving us out. What the fuck you waiting for? Y'all sat here and told me that the cost is too high for housing and homes. Why aren't you buying the land and figuring out how to do it and build your communities up yourself?
I do want to ask that question though. Why do y'all think it's so hard for the Black community to go out and actually buy up the block? Because I personally, let me be 110% honest when I say this. I don't think it's a conditioning anymore. I think it's just pure lazy. I think it's just pure laziness. People don't want to go the extra mile. People don't want to put in the extra work anymore. They just want somebody to do it for them. They don't want to learn shit. They don't want to learn anything new. They'll talk about it. They hear a lot of videos on TikTok. They hear a lot of people on Instagram. And one of the things I used to do this shit all the time too, and I had to get away from it. I used to always try to listen to these motivational videos like, oh man, I just gotta get fucking pumped, and then I end up not doing shit. I end up not doing any goddamn thing. Until I realized that somebody told me one day, it was the reason that it's not the fact that you need the motivation, it's just not a priority for you. Because what you make a priority, you're gonna do regardless. So if my priority is to make sure whatever I do, whatever amount of money that I make sure that I invest all of my money first, whether it's to the brokerage account or wherever the case may be. I make sure that I'm doing that first. I'm taking care of the priority first. I prioritize that. I make that my discipline. I make sure that that's the first thing that I do each and every single time. Because it ain't about the motivation. I had to learn how to just do shit. I had to learn how to just start doing it. Stop getting motivated to do it. Like, nah, fuck the motivation. Just do the shit. And it's the same thing when I started the YouTube channel. I just started doing it. I didn't need motivation to do the shit. It was just, listen, I know what I want. I know why I want to do it. I know on the long-term side, I know the benefit that I can get from doing this shit. So why not do it? Was it a learning curve in the beginning? 110% it was. It was a big ass learning curve. Learning how to do this shit, learning how to set it up, learning how to produce this shit on the back end, the whole setup, all that shit. Had to learn how to do it. And still learning to get better and better at it, right? But when it comes down to this whole, this black people mentality, and this is why I told people before, somebody asked me the other day, he's like, bro, why don't you make your ebook for free? I said, the reason I don't make it for free is because people aren't going to take it serious. That's why I charge. And I don't even charge a lot for the ebook, for the Earn While You Save ebook. It's literally a basic ass version of what Anton teaches in his Patreon. It's just the basics of getting you started, getting you on the right path. Because that's what I did. I got myself on the right path, and then I learned as I go. And I'm learning as I go and continue to keep investing my money. And I'm making more money as I continue to do it. Nobody wants to work. Nobody wants to learn new skills. Everybody want to scam. Everybody want to be on EBT. Don't nobody want to fucking work, just like the Gen X guy said. Don't nobody want to fucking work anymore. Nobody wants to put in the effort. They want everybody to save them. Woe is fucking me. And then when somebody like myself or Bull City or Anton Daniels calls you out on your shit, now all of a sudden, oh, nigga, you just think you all that. Nah, bro, I don't, because, nigga, I used to think like you. I used to have the mindset that you have. But I realized that ain't nobody gonna come help me. I can cry, hoop, and holler, woe is me all fucking day. I can go protest with everybody. I can call off work and go protest with everybody. Have a big ass sign up. Pay us what you owe us. Pay us what? Pay us. Like the WNBA. Pay us what you owe us. Pay us what you owe us. But they ain't got shit to prove for why you need to get paid more. And all, on top of that, what they gonna pay you with? They ain't making no fucking money. But you so focused on trying to get paid more money, but you ain't putting in no effort. You just want shit handed to you. Man, what about reparations? Man, fuck that shit. Go and get your bread, dog. It's a lot of money out here, bro. It's a lot of money going. It's a lot of money out this bitch. And you just leaving it on the fucking table. Because you worried about the fucking government. Talking about EBT. And mind you, the government ain't the one paying you, nigga. It's the taxpayers that's paying you that shit. Get an honest group together. Yep, investors, a plumber, an electrician, a carpenter, and an HVAC guy. Start an LLC that divides the equity and do like 4 houses at a time to make it worthwhile for your stake. Exactly, bro. And listen, I'll even add another one to it. I'll get a real estate agent too. I'll get somebody who has a real estate agent's license. So they have all the access and they can go and get all of that shit. And so they got all the access to what's coming up, what's on before it even hit the fucking market. So you can buy out the block before it even get listed. Kelly, what you mean both things can exist? What do you mean? Don't nobody handing out chances you have to take. That's what I'm saying, bro. You got to go and get yours, bro. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of waiting. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait for somebody to come help me. No, I can help myself. I'm good. I'm an able-bodied person.
Who you waiting for? Because see, now this is how I remove all of the excuses because I don't want to hear it. Everybody keep this only.
Yeah, see, exactly, Bull City. When you're a realtor, hey, you right in there. You right there. That's easy. That's easy work for you. So now you get all the access. You get all the access to the homes that don't nobody even know about yet. So them hoes leave the market. You buying them hoes off the block before they hit the list, before they even get listed. Boom, already paid for. You done already went through a 21-day. You done went through a whole 21-day situation. Everything, man. Shit's wild.
Good because you made it that way. This is your land. This is your communities. They're selling it for cheap. They're giving it away. They're giving it away, and you gonna sit here and complain. And then somebody like me and all of my corporate friends, we gonna get together and we gonna buy that shit up. We gonna turn it into something else, and then you're gonna be acting like you missed out on something. Why y'all not taking care of your own communities? Why you not policing your own communities? Why you not building up homes and then saying, or buying the land and saying, you know what? Because all I did was get curious. I went down a rabbit hole. I said, you know what? I posed a hypothetical question. Man, if I would move anywhere, where would the opportunity be? Man, I hear Memphis is an opportunity. It's right in Tennessee. They don't have any income taxes. Nashville is already booming. Memphis is all black. They got good food, barbecue, or whatever. The market is depressed. Why ain't people buying up the land so that they can then build their communities and come together like they say that they want to do all of the time? If you're telling me that you can't get together $15,000, then you ain't even in a position to have this conversation with me anyway. So now we remove the excuses and we say, well, why ain't you building up your own communities? It's cheap as fuck.
What happens if my dad
and also to add on to that though, that's why I am huge on the people that I keep around me. That is why I am huge about the people that I keep in my circle. People who are moving forward, people who are trying to do something with themselves, not people who just standing around complaining about everything, about what the government is doing. I don't want to be around that shit, bro. Like, listen, bro, how can we help each other get to the place of where we're trying to go? How can I help you? How can you help me? How can we help each other? What is it that we can do? What is it that I'm lacking that you can help me in, and vice versa? That's what I'm about. Because if your mindset is on some other bullshit, bro, I don't care, bro. Cool, yeah, you can shoot the shit sometimes, it's cool. But other than that, bro, I'm trying to get to it. I'm trying to get to it. And I am doing a really good job at switching my mindset from doing all the other bullshit. I'm being 110% honest with you. I don't know when the last time I actually just went out just to go fucking out. Because I really don't want to. Because to be honest, if I'm going to be 110% honest with you, bro, I'm trying to get to a position where I can do this shit every single night. Jump on here every single night, kick it with y'all, and honestly get to a point where I can do this shit every morning too. That's what we're trying to. That's going to be the ultimate goal, doing this shit every day. On the back end, I'm working on different sponsors. I'm reaching out to different sponsors right now. You know what I'm saying? So we can try to get to a bag. Like, bro, I'm not leaving no bag on the table. I'm done. I'm done trying to wait. Like, oh, bro, just wait till you get your followers up. Nope. I'm finna do I'm doing research. I'm looking at what companies are actually interested in micro creators who are on the rise, who are growing, who are building, who's being consistent, and the numbers are consistently going to fuck up. Nope, we reaching out. Call it begging if you want to. Nah, bro, we chasing bags. And that's what we doing. We chasing bags, but we also adding value too. We're not just chasing bags, just chasing bag. We're adding value too. And while everybody's sitting back complaining, hooping and hollering, guess what? We gonna be getting money. We gonna be investing money. We gonna continue to keep growing our pot, and then we gonna be making other investments. We gonna be investing to other people's businesses. We gonna be investing into real estate. We gonna be investing, and we gonna continue to get to an even bigger bag. That's a fact. That is a fact. I know I have 10 friends that will loan me 1,000 a piece without having to explain anything. I need 1,000. How you wanted to win? Exactly. That's what you need. That's what you need right there. And also and one thing I also learned too, that you can't be afraid to talk about money. You can't be afraid to talk about money. Even if you don't have it, you can't be afraid to talk about money, because you never know what the next person may know that's going to help you get out of the position that you may be in. Because let me ask y'all a question. How many of y'all actually know? I know y'all bad chasers know, but I'm asking the people who aren't bad chasers. How many of y'all actually know that it's better to have a brokerage account than it is a traditional savings account? How many of y'all actually know that? And why? I want y'all to answer that for me. Do you know what the reason is better for you to have a brokerage account versus just having a traditional savings account, or putting your money in the mattress? Without me telling you. Because I'm pretty sure everybody who out here talking about, oh, well, I make 100, I make 6,000, I make six figures a year. Okay, well, that's fine and dandy, but how much are you worth in investments though? How much are you worth in investments? What does your assets look like? You can be a six-figure earner all day, but guess what? I know somebody that's a $50,000 earner, and guess what? They're close to being a millionaire. So what's your point? Give a fuck if you make $6,000. Give a fuck if you make six figures. I really don't. That's what you earn, but that ain't what you keep. Because guess what? Most people typically do. They get six figures. They make more money because they went from a $60,000 a year job, and then they go to $100,000 a year. And next thing you know, guess what they go and do? They go and buy the new AMG. They go and get all the most expensive purses, or clothes, or whatever the case, or they go buy this most expensive car. They move out of the house that they were in beforehand, and boom, they're gonna put themselves in a more expensive condo and they're gonna keep on. Guess what they're gonna continue to keep doing? Putting themselves in fucking debt. And they ain't gonna have shit after their paycheck because they're trying to keep up with the Joneses. Higher savings over a period of time and return. And is liquid too. Joe. So if in any emergency case that you may need that money, it's easily accessible. Easily accessible. Yep. That's a fact. Hold on, what I do?
$5,000, $7,000, $5,500 for a vacant lot. $4,500, $6,200. If you live in Memphis, if you live in this community, if you live in this surrounding area, why ain't y'all getting together and building up y'all community? And see, this is why I don't be having no respect for people, because they sit here and they gaslight us and they try to make it seem like, oh no, listen, it is this and it's that. Then we don't have no opportunity and housing is too high. It's right there. It's right there. I might go over there and buy some shit just because I feel like it, just to illustrate a point. I don't even know nothing about Memphis. All I did was go down a rabbit hole. Then I went and looked up some basketball games. Then I said, hey man, what is it to do in Memphis? Then I went over to Zillow and said, okay, well, what's happening over there? And now I'm looking at it and I'm saying, well, y'all got this shit for dirt cheap because y'all done ran the prices into the ground. Who you waiting to go in there and buy it for you? Who you waiting to go buy it for you? It's only the hood because you made it that way. Where you see depression, I see economic opportunity. You see depression, but no, you're going to wait till somebody go in there and make it expensive. Because the one thing I know about black people is that they don't want it unless somebody else told them that it was expensive. They don't want it unless somebody else tell them that it's expensive. All of y'all around all of the fucking world and all of this country, and you sit here and you complain about what's happening.
You said the question is, what is the price on materials though? You mean as far as for building the houses?
In y'all communities, and you can make that shit safe. Who you waiting for? Who are you waiting for?
Because if you talk about materials for building the house, it just depends on what you're trying to spend. Because if you want the best of the best, you're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to ante up. You're gonna have to come out of pocket. But if you try to get the cheapest of the cheap, then you're gonna come to some risks. You'll buy it up and sit on it. Yeah, that's what I would do. That's exactly what I would do. I would buy it. I would build on it though. I would definitely build on it though. I'll put people in there. I'll put people in the houses. But also understanding what's coming to though. What's going to be coming into the surrounding area. I'll pay attention to that. Because anywhere where there's a school, and like on Bull City said earlier, a hospital, hey, listen, put them in the house. Put them in the house. Anywhere where there's a school, or a military base, put them in the house. A military base, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have somebody in there. You pretty much going to have somebody in there all the time. So that's one good thing about having being in the military area too. What square footage we talking? 1,200 square foot. Speed runs like 150 square foot for average level construction. Yeah, it is cheaply made.
You right in the middle of the United States of America. You have one of the best locations as far as away from major climate and major disruptions in climate in the United States of America. And you're sitting here complaining, but you're not doing nothing about it. Y'all got all this money for homes.
Man, listen, they build so many. They're building so many of those over here. The little tiny homes, boy. Every damn corner there's one. I ain't gonna lie though. I thought about it. I thought about it for a minute. I really did. I said, listen, man. Ain't no reason for me to be in this house. I can rent this bitch off and move into the tiny house, move into one of the little tiny houses. I ain't gotta worry about all the extra shit that come with it. All I gotta do is worry about just make sure that the rent is paid. Be straight. Be straight. The house will be rented out. Like I said, it won't be an issue. Because there's always somebody gonna need a job because they build several warehouses over here. They just built the database over here too. The Air Force base is not too far from here. Schools, elementary, middle, and high schools are nearby. Hospitals near. I think the hospital is probably about 5 minutes away from here. Man, listen, bro, we Gucci. We Gucci. You hear me? What state is he talking about? He talking about Memphis, Tennessee.
All this money for the club. You spend $1,000. Listen, these niggas spend $1,500 for some jeans. You can't wait to get your money. You niggas don't even know who own Chrome Hearts. Y'all don't even know who own Chrome Hearts.
Build a website you love with Wix.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh man, listen. Man, Chrome, $1,500 for the jeans, $1,000 for the sneaks, this and that, this and that. You know why I don't mind something like that? Because I actually buy the properties and I actually build the land. Doing all of this shit, it's dirt right up under you. They don't make no more of this. They don't make no more land. It's right there under your feet in your community. Memphis is a predominantly black city. Memphis is a predominantly black city.
Oh, okay,
if you live in Memphis, but you sitting out here talking about the affordability crisis, who are you waiting to do it for you? If black people got so much economic power to see y'all sit there and talk about boycotting Target, but where you putting your dollars at? You always want to buy some shit. You got to buy makeup. You got to buy eyelashes. You got to buy all of this shit. You won't buy nothing that's going to actually benefit your kids. Somebody said, well, to add context, you have to make sure that the lots is buildable. Nigga, you can go online and figure that out. They'll tell you the connection is at the, I'm not going to tell you all of the plays, but they'll tell you what y'all waiting for. If y'all so powerful, if you're so great, if you getting so much money, I could literally trade this in and fucking buy 10 lots right now in Memphis. This is 10 lots in Memphis.
Man, listen, hell yeah, that money stretched. Fam, during the pandemic, bro, all of those people that lived in California who moved out here, that's why one of the reasons why the market went crazy over here during the pandemic, because all those people came from California. They was buying fucking houses at an expensive fucking rate, talking anything above $550,000 for a house, because they had it, because they sold their homes in California. Man, listen, that shit was going crazy. I'm like, hey man, y'all need to stop moving here, man. Y'all need to go somewhere else, bro. Y'all need to go somewhere else. Get out of here. You don't need to come here. Go to North Dakota or something. Go to Montana. Go out there and spend your money over there, bro. Y'all don't be coming over here. We don't want Arizona. We don't want Arizona to be the new Las Vegas or the new California. No, we do not. We do not. I don't want it to be that. Absolutely not. Nope. Stop moving here. Stop. No, move. Go to New Mexico or something. Stay out of here. Stay out of Arizona, man.
10 lots in Memphis. I can go and buy 10. I can go and sell this shit and go buy 10 of y'all niggas lots right now. But you're gonna see another nigga doing and develop y'all cities, and then you're gonna sit there and complain why they coming in here gentrifying us. Why they coming in here gentrifying us? That's why I don't believe y'all. I don't believe that you truly got no power. You will sit here and complain online and take your tax return and don't do shit with it. Don't do nothing with it.
You better go buy one of them tiny houses then, Joe. You better go buy one of them tiny houses. You better go buy one of them tiny houses.
Complain, whine, blame the white man, won't fix up your schools, won't become a part of the tax base, and won't fix up your communities. Ain't nobody got no initiative. Ain't nobody got no interest. Ain't nobody doing nothing. Everybody just talking.
Yep.
My man's just told me they about to build data centers in Memphis. They fucking about to build data centers in Memphis. Are y'all crazy? Do you not know what that's going to do? They're buying up the land to build goddamn data centers in Memphis. NVIDIA, OpenAI, Elon Musk and them, they building fucking data centers in Memphis. What you think that that's going to do to the property value? But no.
Listen, y'all, when I tell you I can go in my bedroom, I can look out the window and I can see the data center that they just built. They got it's the data center, it's the UPS, and it's the Amazon warehouse. So literally Amazon warehouse, UPS warehouse, and then you got the data center right there next to it. Crazy as fuck. Then you go down a couple of exits from where I'm from. They're building another data center down there. That shit is wild. Man, that shit is crazy.
No. Don't listen to
your
me.
lie. That's cap.
Y'all rather be out here talking about dick and pussy all day. Y'all rather be sitting here complaining about the white man. You can't wait to go in somebody's chat and try to figure it out. Okay, well, here it is right there in front of you. I just showed it to you. Fix up your own community. Predominantly black city. Fix up your own community. Don't go on vacation. Don't go and trick off on a hoe. Save your roof Chris money. Go and build up your own land. Go and build up your own community. Buy that shit. Figure it out. It may be a long-term play. You may not be able to build a house because you don't have the capital to do it right away. But you can parse that shit out.
Like it right outside. Like
you just do it brick by brick. You go get you a second job. Listen. You don't want to know the real way to do it. I'm gonna tell you the real way to do it. I'm gonna just have a real talk with you right now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I shouldn't do. Nope. Because you're not a bag chaser. You're not a Patreon member. You're not a bag chaser. You're not a Patreon member. You're not a bag chaser. I'm sorry. I can't tell you that. To do a lot survey is a couple $1,000. To do the excavation, listen, it's not harder than you. It's not as hard as you think it is. It's not as hard as you think it is. You don't have no imagination. You don't think from an abundance mindset. All you think about is what you can't do. I'm about to do a whole Patreon on Memphis. I'm about to go to Memphis, do some research, and I'm about to do a Patreon. Let me call my people.
I think overall though, how many people are actually willing though? Because I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I think a lot of people just be talking. I think a lot of people just be talking. They just want to be heard. Like I said before, woe is me. They don't want to do nothing for real. They complain. They complain about gentrification. Oh, they doing something to the neighborhood. Okay, so what are you gonna do about it? And you're gonna be a Wilson Wright just over there peeking over the damn hood like this. What you got going on over there, big dog? But yeah, I don't think people really want. I think people just want to complain. They don't want to make no change for real. They want people to do it for them. I think that's exactly what it is. The people who actually want to make change, they actually get to it. They're not complaining. They understand the situation that they are in. And it's like, all right, look, how do we get out of the situation? Instead of complaining about where I'm at, it's like, all right, how do we get out of this situation? What can we do to make sure that we can catapult ourselves forward? What is it that we need to do? What things do we need to let go of? So that way we can make sure that we're straight on the other end. But a lot of people don't want to do that. They just want to complain. Let's be real. That's why I'm an action first guy. I'm an action first and I learn as I go. Because if I don't take the action, I ain't gonna do it. If I don't take the action right there, I think that's why I've programmed myself. If I believe in something or somebody tells me something that I believe that can benefit me, I don't wait. I jump on it right then and there. I jump on it right then and there. I don't wait. I don't think. I don't sit there and ponder on it. I jump right on it because I train myself to do that because I know back when I used to, when I sat back and just pondered on it, I never did it. I was like, oh, I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it. But then I never did it. So that's why typically I just jump to it. Like, I bet I'm going to get on that shit today. Or I'm going to get on that shit in the next 5 minutes. I'm going to hop on it real quick. Or at least get started on it. Or whatever that is. Exactly, Joe. Yep, dishonesty has to go. Integrity needs to improve for a group venture to prosper. Yep, I agree. Needs to be full on integrity. I gotta be able to trust you, bro. That's what I'm saying. You just gotta jump. A lot of time, man, just jump on it. You can learn this. You can learn the shit as you go. When you start to think too much, then you start to overthink. Then you end up not doing the shit anyway. That's why I try to tell one of my good friends. He's really big on trying to perfect shit. I say, hey man, fuck that. Just do it. You learn as you go, dog. You learn the shit as you go. You get better over time. I don't give a fuck how perfect you want your shit to be. It's not going to be as perfect as you want it to be. So why the fuck you wait for it to be perfect? Just get started. Just do the shit. You get on it, and now you're already immersed in it. So it's like, all right, well, shit, I'm here now. So I might as well keep going. Ain't no reason for me to stop. I've been doing it for this fucking long. So how the fuck I'm gonna stop now? Why the getting's good? So I'm gonna keep on going. And you find new meaning in it. Exactly. The mission before the individual. Exactly. It's all about the program. That's what it's about. And that shit goes for everything. Relationships, business relationships, friendship, nigga. It's the program, bro. Ain't nobody bigger than that. I don't give a fuck who you are. You can be fucking, I don't give a fuck who you are. You can be superstar. You can be Barack Obama himself. Nope. If you ain't bigger than the program, nope. No, sir. You good. Thigh-to-thigh action. Thigh-to-thigh action, Obama. Leg cross and all. Nope. You ain't bigger than the program, homeboy. You have 10 people. I don't even trust 10 people. You said you don't even trust 10 people? That's crazy. Listen, you gotta listen, Joe. Like, what you mean you don't trust 10 people? You gotta get it together, man. What type of people you be attracting? What kind of people you be attracting around you, man? But no, at the end of the day, though, I'm not gonna make excuses for nobody else. You either gonna do it or you're not. If you truly care about your community, as no matter what your community is, the black community, whatever, if you truly care about your community, you're gonna do what you need to do to make sure that you guys are in the best position. You're gonna sacrifice certain things. You ain't gonna be for the bullshit. You really gonna be putting back into your community. You really gonna be investing back into your community. You're gonna be buying up the block. You're gonna be getting together with certain people. Listen, bro, I just went on Zillow, man. I seen all of this land that's right down the street that we can invest in, that we can start owning today. So that way they won't come in this bitch and start buying up the block before we do. When we got an opportunity to do it and we got opportunity to make change, we can start owning shit. and building this up from the ground up. But a lot of people don't want to do that. You picky on your people. I feel you. Exactly. And so that's one of the things I'm big on. So, and that's another thing that I'm big on too. When people ask me questions right out the gate, it's like, nah, I don't have any questions right now because I don't know what question to ask you right now. So just let me get into it, and then I can ask questions as I go because I'm gonna start learning this shit. So like, all right, you told me the base, you gave me the basics. All right, cool. You already got me the basics. I know how to do the basics. So now we're diving deeper. So now I'm gonna start having questions because now I'm hands-on. I'm actually doing this shit now. Like, oh, I didn't expect this. Or let me ask this subject matter expert what's going on here. Like, hey, I came across this. Have you ever come across this? And what would you do? And then boom, you get answers. You figure out how to do it. Boom, you just learn something new. I bet. Now I know what to do in this situation. Then you come across something else. Ask this question like, hey man, you ever come across this? Oh shit, now I ain't never come across this. But guess what? He probably knows somebody that came across it too. Like, so now he make a call, say, hey, listen, man, this person I know, they just came across this shit. You ever come across this? Oh, yeah, man. All you got to do is X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3, and then you be straight. Cool. Bet. So now both of y'all just learned something because now each one teach one. That man that he just called just told him some shit that he didn't know. Now the shit that he didn't know, he knows now. He just told you this exact same information. Now y'all just learned something together. Now you just growing and you building. You building over time. And then you become an expert. Now you've seen many different things. Now you become the person that everybody comes to. You become that person that everybody needs to have in their phone. Like, listen, I don't care who you are. You better have his number in your phone. I don't give a fuck who you are. You better, if you ain't got his number, if you ain't got that person's number in your phone, you slacking. Because my main thing is I want to be the person that you want to have in your phone. That's my ultimate goal. I want to be the person that you got to have in your phone. Because I'm that impactful. That's what we going for. Well, that's not good then, Joe. You gotta fix that. They can trust you, but I don't trust them. Hold on, man. Well, that's a You gotta change the people around you, man. Because if you can't, how can you move? How can you build like that? You trust them. I mean, that's fine. You work too hard for your money, but if you got people that do the same exact thing you do, that they work so hard for their money too, and they on the same morals and values that you are, should be straight. Should be able to cipher that out on the long run. I always had that conversation with all the people that's in my circle right now. I have that conversation with. I said, listen, bro, one thing's for sure. One thing's for sure. Two things for certain. If there's any issues that come across, like, I don't give a fuck. We can have an argument. We can go against the grain. We can not agree on certain things, but one thing's for sure, two things for certain. I'm never gonna have an argument over no money, bro. I'm never gonna slight you over some money. That's not who I am. That's not what it's gonna be. And I expect you to be the same exact way. And of course, there'll be other, there's gonna be times where you're gonna be able to see if that person has that integrity. You're gonna be able to see that sometimes, but a lot of times if you already operate in that way, you're gonna invite those type of people, and then on top of that, you're able to weed out the people that you just kind of got that feeling about, like, yeah, I don't trust this nigga like that, and get out of my face. And then there are some people that you can bring in, like, oh, this person is solid for sure. And you just have the conversation, have that communication up front, especially when it comes to the business ventures. Especially when it comes to business ventures. It goes the same way. Look, bro, you ain't bigger than the program. I'm not bigger than the program. We know what we came together for. We know what we're doing. We know where we're going. Like, though, let's not do some stupid shit over some fucking money, dog. I'm gonna call on Tyrone. Jadell levels to the trust. I said 10 that trust me because I earned the trust. Fact. I mean, I dig it though. I understand where y'all coming from with it though. But like I said, I built that shit over time though. I built those friendships over time. I think there's only actually, if I can think about it, I think there's actually only one person that we've actually had a conversation in regards to like real business shit, because he's a real estate agent. He got his own business too. And he's a consultant. And so we've already had conversations like, listen, bro, when that time comes, we gonna make some investments, because he's gonna keep his real estate license. So when that time comes, when it's time to invest, like, hey, I need 5 bands. This new property just came on the list and we trying to get it before it gets listed. Bet, say less. Sending it your way. Let's get to it. And so we've already had the conversation like, look, bro, I already got people in line we already got people in line that when we do invest in it, they already know we got construction people in place. All I got to do is worry about the return on an investment. That's it. Now, of course, I'm still gonna want to have my hand in it and see what's actually going on and give my perspective and see, you know what I'm saying? Of course, but that's really all I have to worry about. Like, man, we good. I get mad at my business partners because they trust me too much. I ask for feedback and they are like, you got to do what you want. Hey, but most of all, that's a good thing though. Because they know typically you're gonna make the right decision anyway, so ain't no reason to ask you. You end up asking, you may just be unsure for the moment, but typically when you make that decision, you end up making the right decision anyway. So that's why they say you got it. Do your thing. I think that's what it is. So I'd be like, shit, give yourself more credit. Like, well, shit, I end up making the right decision anyway. So, and if they trust me enough for me not even to bring it up to them, so shit, that must mean I typically make the right decision when I'm making the decision. So I mean, you can take that as a full-on compliment. Don't even get mad at it. Yeah, exactly. Handle it. You got it. Yeah. They know you got it though. But see, that's a listen, heavy is the head that wears the crown. You become the subject matter expert if you know it. You've been doing it for this long. You've made great decisions throughout your life and you've gone through all these experiences. Yeah. I trust you. I trust you to make the right decision. And to be honest with you, I'll get mad on the opposite and like, bro, why you keep asking me? You already know what to do. Why are you asking me? So you got to look at it from that lens too. Like, bro, why are you asking me? You already know what to do. I get that. I get that. You just love the discussion. That's fair. That's fair. But listen, I'm the type of friend. I'm like, listen, bro, you already know what to do. Why are you asking me? Like, why? Like, come on, man. Why are you asking me, man? Let's just get this shit done. Well, I would have a business partner in the sense of if I don't know what's going on, if I don't trust that person to have that conversation with, we could talk about the numbers. We can have a conversation about the numbers. Like, hey, bro, so these are the numbers. This is what's going on. This is the ROI, and this is what we're looking at. Okay, cool. What are we doing? All right, cool. Make it happen. That's what I'm saying. Like, cool, make it happen. Like, damn it, fellas, option 1, 2, or 3. And so I'm the guy, I'm like, oh my God. All right, we can go with 1. I can't. Because listen, that's the type of business partner I would be. Because listen, I'm the type of person I would be the same way. If I'm the subject matter expert, I would want you to trust me enough to know that I'm gonna make the right decision. And if you do give me that outlet and tell me, listen, bro, you got it, that lets me know that I typically make the right decision anyway. Right? But on the flip side of that, if I trust you enough to make the decision, I'm like, hey man, why you telling me? You already know how I move. You already know how I operate. So why you asking me? Just make it happen. Now, if you just come to me with the numbers, like, look, I just wanted to show you the numbers and everything that you're gonna give out. I'll look at it, I'll scan over it. Oh, all right, cool, bet. Do your thing. That's it. I'm just gonna say, do your thing. That's gonna be my final. That's all I'm gonna say. Man of little words. Man of little words. I'm telling you. I talk a lot here just because it's YouTube. I got to. But it comes to that, then I'm just gonna scan it. Oh, okay. Well, do what you gotta do, bro. Make it happen. Now I'll ask questions in regards to, like, okay, so how we looking on X, Y, and Z? You know, what's the status on it? You know, anything pressing that we need to know? No? All right, cool. What's next? That's it. That's all I'm on. We're just asking for feedback. Maybe we just need a few words. All right, well, shit, I'll say, all right, look, y'all seen the movie Hancock? I hit you with the good job. Hit you with the Hancock. Good job. There you go. A few words. A few words. Well, that's a couple words, but I hit you with them. Good job. I trust you. There you go. I trust you. Good job. Oh, man. The question is normally, you want to sell, you want to continue to rent, or do we want to refinance, keep the property, and use the money to get another one? And what do they typically say? You just make this. They just tell you to make the decision. They just tell you, like, look, do what you think is best. For real, bro. Now, yeah, in that case, yeah, I would say something like, okay, so I would then ask you, in that case, I would then ask you, like, okay, so what are the pros and cons? So if we sell, what are the pros and cons? If we rent, what are the pros and cons? If we refinance to buy another property, what's the pros and cons, and what is our best outcome based off of these 3 decisions? What would be the best outcome? And then so you give me that. You tell me which one would be the best outcome. I'm like, I bet. Make it happen. That's it. I'm like, I bet, make it happen. If you say that refinancing it to keep the property and then use that money to buy another one, all right, make it happen. You got it. Do your thing. Bullshit, I ain't got time to read all of it, man. Look, just look, bro, just give me the skinny, man. Just give me the skinny. What we doing? Give me the skinny. What's the pros and cons? I could be doing something else right now. I might be doing something else right now. Give me the skinny. What we got? which is the best? See, that's where you have to come in for me. Like, look, you got the whole list. You give me the skinny. Like, all right, but you can tell me you want to sell, continue to rent, or refinance the property. That's a small paragraph that I can read. And then within that, you give me which one would be the best outcome. Like, based off of all the information, this would be the best outcome. And guess what my response is going to be in that email? Bet. Let's get to it. I'm going to say, bet. I trust you. Because I do. If we've been doing business this long, I'm like, look, I trust you. I'm pretty sure that you're gonna make the best decision that's best for the for us anyway. So I trust you, but I'll probably still say I'll give you an answer. Well, it sounds like we got our. It sounds like we got our answer. Seems like we should refinance and buy another property. Seems like we got our answer. Then I'll hit you with, you got it. And then hit you with a thumbs up. Yeah, or do what makes us the most money, depending on what you're looking for. Whichever one, dog. Whichever one. Oh, y'all funny as hell. I swear. Y'all funny. Y'all funny as shit. Listen, man. Tonight was a good show. Tonight was straight. My Wednesdays are always typically shorter, though. I ain't gonna lie. My Wednesdays are always typically shorter because we have a good one on Tuesday nights. But I was thinking though, you killing me, man. I'm just saying, bro. Listen, let me ask y'all a question though. I want to ask y'all a question. Do y'all think I should move my live streams to Friday, my Wednesdays to Friday, or should I keep it the same? Should I just keep it on Wednesday? Because I do have my live stream on Saturday. Do you think I should move my Wednesdays to Friday, or should I just keep it the same? Yeah, I ain't no help. I ain't no help to the situation. If I know you, if I know you the man in that field, listen, bro, you got it. You got it. So I'm trying to think, should I move it to Friday, or should I just keep it the same? Because I actually like Wednesdays. I actually like doing the Wednesdays. And also it kind of keeps me up to date with my days too, because I get lost. I get lost in what my days are sometimes, because I realize that, okay, we do Tuesday. And then for some reason I wake up the next day like, damn, what today is? Today Thursday? So it keeps me level, bro. It keeps me level. Let's see. I like Wednesday. We have to get more of our chaser friends to come have a great show with us. Yeah, we gotta get them in. Yeah, we gotta get them in. Eventually, we'll have our bad chasing and our earn not giving community in here. But over time, that's gonna come with time, and I realize that, especially with the type of content that I make, it's gonna take some time, and I was aware of that when I started. You know what I mean? It's not gonna grow as fast because I'm not doing natural sports, or I'm not doing motivational videos. Well, I mean, it can be sometimes, depending on what topics I'm talking about, but it is what it is. I ain't tripping on it. You know what I'm saying? I just know that the people that I'm rocking with now, because at one point y'all weren't here either. I was just talking to nobody. It was straight 0 people in here, and I'm up here talking the same way I'm talking, as if I'm talking to everybody. So we getting better. We getting better. Because it started from 0 to me talking to nobody, to then I see people viewing it, but no engagement. And then it went from people viewing it to minimal engagement. Then we start to get some consistent people coming in on a weekly basis. So, but it's only gonna continue to keep growing though. It's only gonna continue to keep building. You know what I mean? So I'm rocking with it. I'm new, so whatever you think, I trust you. All right, see, there you go. Look, example. Bet you trust me. Say less. J Ben taught you. I've been cutting jokes with him for 6 months at least. Yeah. J Ben, that's my guy, bro. That's my guy. Yeah, we'll get more people. I've also been sending a lot of like when I go live too. I've been just sending, I wouldn't say random people, but I'll send a lot to some people who will just pop up or whatnot. But eventually we'll get there. Eventually we gonna get there. I'm sure one of these days somebody gonna clip my shit up and say something. And that's what's gonna be funny. That's what's gonna be funny, because they mad at me right now on TikTok for that Lily Gaddis chick. I made a clip about it, but I didn't say nothing in the clip. It's from the live stream. You know, the blackface, the one who did the blackface. I made a clip about it, and that shit going crazy. But they said that I'm the coon because I posted it. I said, bro, what you talking about? I just posted it. I didn't even say nothing in the video. So how you making an assumption based off of me just clipping it up and posting it? Oh, well, I saw you laughing. Well, I could have been laughing based off of what she's saying was crazy, and I thought it was funny, or some of what she was saying had some truth to it. Y'all just didn't like who the messenger was. I mean, which one is it? But at the end of the day, the truth is the truth is the truth. And if a black person did it, if a black person did a white face and they was saying shit about the white community, because of black people say the same shit about a lot of white people too. They say, "Oh, all y'all do is have sex with y'all kinfolk." That's a stereotype that they put on white people. So I mean, bro. So everybody can talk about you. No, you can talk about everybody else, but can't nobody talk about you. Got it. Got it. Makes sense. Makes sense. So it is what it be, bro. It is what it be. But no, we're gonna continue to keep building up. We're gonna stay. So we'll stick to Wednesday. We'll stick to Wednesday. So keep my Fridays open. Like I said before, man, you're gonna see a different pop-up too. She didn't even make up her hands. Lazy production, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, I agree. That probably was something that she just sporadically did. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna throw the face on. I'm gonna say some shit. It's Halloween, and I'm just gonna do it. It is what it is. In bad faith or not, you know what I'm saying? She'll get what she get. I found it funny, just like I found the Drewski shit funny, just like I found white chicks funny, even though it was coming from a place of comedy. Some people could have found it offensive, right? Because even though that stereotype that they portrayed was accurate, they just came at it from a comedic standpoint versus I'm just coming at you and telling you what it is that I'm doing. So we can always look at it that way. All right, Joe. Have a good night. So yeah, man. So yeah, we'll keep it for Wednesday night. We'll keep it on Wednesday night. We're gonna keep this thing going. We're gonna keep this train rolling, keep this thing building, build this bread up. We're gonna build this money up. We gonna keep rocking out like I told y'all before. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Actually, I think I gotta make my video. I'm making my video Friday. 0 to 1,000. So you definitely want to be there for that. And if you haven't grabbed the Earn While You Save ebook, it teaches the basics of going from your traditional savings account to your brokerage account and how to make your money work for you. Definitely tap into the Patreon. You can purchase the ebook in the Patreon. All right. You definitely don't want to miss out on it, because if you one of those type of people who want to learn how to make money without having to become an entrepreneur, without having to become a scammer, without having to do all these multi-level marketing shit and all the extra shit, you just want to learn how to save your money, the little money that you may be making, and you got a little extra dough that you can save, whether it's $5, $10, $15, however much, and you want to start with the basics so you can have your money start working for you. You want to tap into the Patreon, because I'm telling you. Or if you want to start a brokerage account for your children, you can start saving for them. So that way, by the time they turn 18, they have a significant amount of money saved for them. So you don't got to worry about it. Building wealth for your children. Tap into the Patreon. Grab the ebook. I'm telling you, it's simple as hell. Even a third grader can understand it. I made it very, very, very simple. All right. But it's so much value in it. All right. So till next time, my good people, I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. Hey, hold up. She wasn't ready to play a dude that plays a dude playing a dude. Tropic Thunder. Yep, exactly. Exactly. But look, I appreciate y'all for kicking it with your boy. And until next time, make sure y'all are here Saturday for the live stream, 9:05 p.m. Arizona time. We're going to rock out. We're going to kick it. Until next time, man, I'll holler.